I used to got that coach. I'm surprised that coach may have a couple jobs offer.
I wonder who. All right, happy Sunday morning. Today is January the 12th, 2024. You're here with us at Triple Option. Mr. 411 and Coy in the building today. All right, man,
What
we,
it
we made
do?
it. What it do, Coy?
What it do? What it do?
Hey, man, we 20 weeks into this thing, man. I didn't know you
Yeah,
could
we
tolerate me that long, man.
shit. I don't tolerate you damn near 50 years, brother.
Yeah, I guess it ain't gonna change then. All
Yeah,
right, but
pretty
hey,
much.
but the track brought in today by my brother Terrence Jones, music by J Tones, music by J Tones at gmail.com. That's music by J Tones at gmail.com. He can make whatever you need, band arrangements, tracks, anything done with music, man. Hit him up, music by J Tones at gmail.com. Big shout out to Keith.
Young, yeah, yeah, young talented brother, little drummer boy. Remember we used to call him that?
Yes, sir. Yep, he would beat on anything that made a sound. Empty boxes, toys, whatever it was, side of bed, anything. And that turned out to be his natural gift. So take advantage, people. Hit him up. Music by J Tones at gmail.com. All right, check us out on TikTok, Mr. 411, MisterFourone, or better yet, just scan the QR code. The same thing on Instagram, Mr. 411. We appreciate you. Numbers are going up. They're going up, up, up. And we appreciate that. Hey, check out my guy, Cole from the Low. He's on all social media platforms. And all you have to do is punch in Cole from the Low.
And you best believe he got plenty to say.
Plenty. And I can't wait too. I love checking out his stuff, man. And another guy I love checking out, the Nard Report. Leonard, check him out too. He's on all social media platforms. The Nard Report. Those young men are doing great things out there, man. Check them out. Support them. And Coy, we got to thank Surge Sports for the simulcast. We are on Surge Sports as well. And of course,
Surge.
yeah, Surge, man, we surging. We're
Been
gonna be
two
on
been
Roku real
been
soon
two
too.
years. Been two
That's
years
right.
straight. Solid.
hmm So everybody in the Northeast gets to enjoy these Southern boys here, Surge Sports. So we appreciate them as well. Coy, the national championship is set. Notre Dame, Ohio State. Before we dive into the matchup, for you, since you are a senior analyst here and a college football player yourself, before you dive into that, what about the matchups prior to that, the semis, man? What was your thoughts on those matchups? And then we'll
Um,
dive into the championship game.
I mean, Penn State, we kind of was honest about it. I mean, I mean, would you like to see Francis do more? But he did what he did. They don't show up for the big game. I mean, early on, we kind of thought they had kind of got it figured out, and they had Notre Dame's number,
Yeah,
but we were wrong. I mean, what the hell can else I say? We were wrong. So Vince eventually, because they came in, they played their game. Penn State tried to out physical them, which is what they do. But Notre Dame was not having no part of it. They said we can get physical too, and it came down to it, and that's exactly what they did. Um, this Notre Dame team, like I told y'all, not one. Notre Dame's not one of my teams, but
Yeah.
they're not the team that lost to Northern Illinois. That's very, very apparent. And any of us think it is, you're in for a rude awakening. Now, can they beat Ohio State?
Whew.
That's the question for all of us to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big question, man. We're gonna get to that in a second. Texas fell to Ohio State. Um, how you feel about
We
that one?
we kind of knew that was going to happen.
All right.
I mean, it wasn't really. I don't think, to me personally, I don't think it was a big shock. Not me. Maybe you may see it different.
Nah,
I
I
wasn't
don't.
sold on. I wasn't sold on the team from Texas. It just wasn't. Not today. Not that they're not a good team with the momentum. Ohio State's kind of done built for themselves, and they did what they did.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've kind of showing the world what it means to be quote unquote the big boys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball, play action, uh, adequate quarterback, not decent enough. So I mean,
Yeah.
traditionally, I think this matchup will be a huge Big West matchup. It's gonna be good for that part of the country, and a lot of SEC biases is going to the wayside, and blah 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 blah, and it proves the same point that it always proves. We can call it biases or whatever, but usually at the end of the year, we usually get two teams that are playing really really good ball. Now, what happens in the championship game, we don't know. Do we think it's going to be a blowout?
Mm.
I actually don't. To be honest with you, I don't.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame is gonna shock us a little bit more than you think.
Well, I have to give Notre Dame their credit, man. Like they're 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 proving it on the field, right? So it's hard to
Hmm.
deny a team when they get the chance to prove it on the field, and they have. Like if Notre Dame wasn't what they were, like for me, I thought Georgia should have beat them, regardless of not having their starting quarterback. They should have enough talent across the board. They didn't do it. Notre Dame beat
Me
Indiana,
personally,
right? They beat Indiana as well, and now they turn around and beat Penn State. So they're proving it on the field. So we can get into it later on about whether they woulda, coulda, shoulda been in and all that kind of stuff, but they are proving it. And I think one of you guys mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Their team is just as big as any other team, so
yes.
they can match up physically. Yeah.
And they're recruiting. They get the same caliber recruits as anybody else in the country. Yes, I
Hmm.
know Notre Dame is a little bit harder to get into, but Notre Dame is what all the teams are working toward now, and what Ohio State, Alabama. Who else we put in that category? Georgia now
Yeah.
and
You want to put Texas
Michigan.
in there because
Texas
of the
is
money?
still a well. It's not the money. It's the national. It's the national brand as far as recruiting go.
Okay.
Texas is starting to move that way.
Hmm.
You got so I'm looking at like Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, Alabama. Is there who
Okay,
maybe
so you
this
going with like where players desire to go?
where they're getting their players from? I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So a lot of those programs are nationally recruited programs. Notre Dame has always been a nationally recruited program.
Correct.
They go any state, any city, and if the kid can get into school, they'll get them. And sometimes I think they figure out a way to get them there. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm looking at it as.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that I mean that's where a lot of teams desire to go. That brings up something that we got to talk about on the next topic, which is the independent status of Notre Dame. We'll get to that in a second. But Ohio State and Notre Dame head up. I'll just give my prediction, but then I'll let you give yours and break it down. So I think Ohio State's going to win. I think they are ascending at the right time. I think that uh, again they caught the right break. You know what I'm saying? With this being a tournament format,
Mhm.
cause there was some times I felt Ohio State could have won national championships in the past, but with it not being in this particular format, in those key losses that they had, it took them out of the picture. But I think right now they're the best team in college football at this point. So, but you can tell me what you think between these two.
I th- um I think you got the two teams that are playing the best playoff football in college football right now.
Okay.
Uh, Edges. If I want to just go edges, I'm gonna say yeah, Ohio State has a slight edge over Notre Dame, but I don't know. I mean, I'm impressed with the young coach Notre Dame got there. So
Mm-hmm. With Freeman.
yeah, and he's being and when my team's not in it and all else remains, I'm a sucker for history. So I'm gonna go. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go Notre Dame just for that simple reason.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. So you're gonna go history of Notre Dame and people. I want y'all to stay tuned with that because we're gonna dive into that. That's called a teaser. And we're gonna dive into what we're leaning to as far as history go. We'll dive into that in a few. But if you take a look, Corey, you do see where Ohio State, their point differential uh, has been pretty high, and they've been rolling. But like you said, man, Notre Dame, look, they've been proving teams wrong, proving people wrong, including myself, every week here, every past couple weeks. And I would not be shocked at this point if they did win. What about the quarterback situation? Do you think one of these quarterbacks is better than the other? I'm not impressed by Notre Dame's quarterback, by the way, and I'm not overly impressed with Ohio State's quarterback. But you tell me.
I don't think it's gonna come down to quarterback. I think it's gonna come down to those athletes. If they get the freshman involved, the wide receiver from Ohio State, and he starts pressuring Notre Dame's secondary to open up for those running backs, which is what they which is kind of showed itself the last couple of games, so to speak. So
Okay.
so
And
we'll
Notre Dame
see.
can run the ball well too. Like I think they're gonna
Yes.
have to control the clock. If they can win the time of possession battle, that would definitely help them out tremendously.
Hmm.
And so they got to just do that. To me, they got to be that physical brand, kind of limit the possessions of Ohio State, and because they can be explosive with those receivers.
Hmm.
Man, all right. Well, it's gonna be one to look forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a more of a environment of who's it's gonna if the game opens up, I give it to Ohio State.
Okay.
But if the game opens early, Ohio State will run. They have the talent to run off the field. If the game sticks close, I've noticed something about Notre Dame. They seem to kind of got the jitters out, and they can sit there. If you put them in a box, they'll sit there and punch with you. So we're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, I can't wait though. And you're right. It is more of a Midwest type of matchup here. In our area, there's not too much chatter about it because all the teams in this region are not there now. So, but overall though, it's
Hmm.
still going to be a good
I
matchup.
mean, well,
Um,
yeah, only Midwest by location, technically. Like I said, Notre Dame
yeah.
is an international team. Um,
Hmm.
we don't talk about it as much. That gets into the how the church dominate people's lives and blah blah. How that perspective changed over the years. But at the end of the day, you have to still realize that it is still one of the largest groups as far as religious groups in the country, and that transcends all coasts and a lot of races and a lot of different things. So you know
Yes, sir. All
that
right.
brand
Well,
is
look,
the
Corey.
brand is the brand. Now you was talking. Are we gonna get into why they can stay independent?
Well, we are in just a minute. We got to do a short 30
Okay.
second break.
All
And when we
right.
come back on that 30-second break, we're gonna dive right into that. So you're absolutely right. You're right. You're on track, Corey. You know, you got your notes together. So yeah, we right there. But in 35 seconds, we're gonna talk about it.
Mhm.
I'm ready for Notre Dame to play in a conference. It's almost like that person that's sitting in the playground and say, no, 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 y'all hash it out. And when y'all hash it out, y'all gonna knock each other off, and then I'm gonna step in the forefront. They're 7-0 versus ranked opponents. Now that could be a very subjective and real kind of skewed kind of statistic. Texas A&M, okay. Louisville, Navy, where we at? Indiana, Army, Georgia without Carson Beck, and then also Penn State. I'm not trying to rain on their parade because their defense is legit.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. You heard Cam Newton, Corey. That's his side of things that he really wants to see Notre Dame as an independent. But Corey, you have some things you want to say about that.
I mean, here's how it go. Most teams want to join a conference because they can't, because the collective it brings in more revenue,
Mm-hmm.
more TV dollars, more eyes, and get you into different parts of the country, right?
Yes, sir.
Realistically, if you go off the facts that Notre Dame should have been in the Big Ten at least years ago, but they don't have to. And Notre Dame can do what they've always done. Go play USC every year just to get that West Coast presence because every time they go out to play USC, they get the views. Come down, play one of the ACC schools. They never really come into the SEC, and then play one of the other Big Ten schools and stick to their other rivals or what are their rivals? Stanford, USC,
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
and
Michigan, I guess.
well, off and on Michigan. They'll play
Yeah.
Michigan. They never really play Ohio State, but Stanford, um, uh, USC,
And they always play the military schools, at least one
one
here
of
and
them.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's normally either Army or Navy. They don't really play Air Force all the time, but every once in a while,
Right.
Air Force is thrown in there. And then, like I said, they come in, they pick their spots. The only guaranteed plays is usually Stanford and USC, and then they'll bounce around, maybe play a Georgia Tech or maybe play Florida State. Miami, not so much. Boston College from time to time. So, and they can do that because when it comes to the money part of the game, they have everything they need. So why join a conference when you can pick and choose your schedule? You don't have to be
Yo, yo,
slave to.
yo.
What up, Brian?
What
What's
up?
going on? What's
What up,
going
Yeah.
on?
Robbie?
What? Oh,
Hey,
old Slim was
you
right,
you
dog.
no, you good, bro. You just jumped in right where Corey was breaking down the independence of Notre Dame.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Corey, you want to finish? You know, keep going on that, and then
Yeah.
we can get Brown in.
And then so, like I said, we want to go into conference. Oh yeah, SEC makes how much money? Well, guess what? If you spread the money out, there's only a couple schools in the SEC that can even think to put their name in the same sentence, and I guarantee you it's not going to be the same money as Notre Dame. That's Georgia, Alabama, maybe, but still Notre Dame still gets more
Maybe.
money. Yeah.
Right.
And then Ohio State, maybe. So Notre Dame is a conference in itself because all this donations come from their God's team. They're Catholics, largest Christian religion in the world. Why would I join a conference?
Yeah. All right. Well, Brown, you here? We're on the topic of Notre Dame. As far as them being independent. And
Yeah.
so, what's your thoughts on them being independent? We just had a video play there of Cam Newton demanding Notre Dame to be an independent, and he was leaning more towards. In his argument, it sounded like he was leaning more towards like who they play all year. They kind of cherry picking their games, stuff like that. But what do you think?
Yeah, I heard Cam take, and he right, but they ain't gonna never do that because, like Court said, they don't have to split the money up. Everybody in the SEC got to split the money up.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt get a share. Vanderbilt get a share of Alabama and Georgia and all these other folks' money. They get the same share. You see what I'm
hmm
saying?
Right, right.
So, so it then Notre Dame got their own TV deal, so they get all that money
So
too.
that's what I was about to say. Do they still have the NBC deal? I was
They
about
Oh
to
still,
ask
yeah,
that.
yeah,
yeah.
they
They be
had
on
it.
Peacock. Yeah, they be on
Yeah,
Peacock too. Yeah,
Well, that's NBC. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
Okay.
and so, I mean, why would I get in? Why would I get in the cover when I can pick my schedule how I want to pick it and be in that championship game every year? I mean, we're in the playoff.
Well, I mean, the rule, I mean, literally, in order for the playoffs to work, Notre Dame had to agree and they had to make concessions that if Notre Dame's in the top 10, they automatically in the playoffs. That is a rule.
Right. Yep.
That's wild, man.
That
Hey, we
is
want to
Yep.
a
welcome and guys, we want to welcome Antoine. He's in the studio too. He caught the line and he's jumping in. So just want to say good morning to Antoine as well. And then everybody, also the voice you heard just a second ago was Mr. Brown, and Brown has been on here the last couple of weeks getting down, getting it in. So just want to welcome everybody in here. All right, current topic that we're on is Notre Dame and their independence, being that they're not affiliated with a conference per se, as far as football goes. All right, carry on, gentlemen.
burn
Y'all,
rest.
y'all want me to talk or what?
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
go ahead, Brown.
continue.
Oh, okay. Well, and then you got to look at the SEC. SEC ain't gonna do no beat each other up every year because all them top teams usually got to play, right?
Yep,
While Notre Dame playing Navy, Army, Air Force, Stanford,
Marine.
USC, yeah, Navy. Like I said Navy, Army, all them. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
I mean,
they'll play.
it's a great setup.
They'll they'll play a junior high if you let them. You
Uh,
know what I'm
Antoine,
saying?
yeah, Antoine, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Good
Good
morning,
morning to
y'all.
you. Yep,
Morning, Twan.
What up,
Twan
Twan?
is here,
What's up, bro?
and for
What's
those
going
who
on, bro?
listening, yeah, Twan is a college football guy. He joins us too when he has the opportunity, and he found the opportunity today. So you hear what
He
we're
a
talking about right
neighborhood
now
kid.
currently.
You know what he is. He's a
Absolutely,
neighborhood kid. That's what he is.
absolutely. He's a boy from the hood. Yeah. But yeah,
Not that
Antoine,
type of
what you?
hood. Our type of hood. Because
Rookie.
we had a dude over here talking about something. He from the trenches. I had to correct him. So don't jump. Don't do it, too, Pook. Don't do it. All right.
Hey man, from the mud, man. Come on now. All right. So what you think about Notre Dame? Twan, what do you feel about them being an independent?
I just caught the last little bit of what y'all was saying, and like you say, for them, they're not going to. They would be stupid to go join a conference. Like you said, why would I want to split the money when I don't have to? You know what I'm saying? Like if I can get the whole pie, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, these teams that go in and that are in the playoffs and where it is now the what is it, the Big Ten or the whatever they call that, they kinda got they lucked up this year where they got, a couple of the championship games or whatever it is, with
Right.
Penn State and Ohio State being there. So they're getting a little bit of, more of a cut. But like you said, why would if I'm Notre Dame and I can keep all the money, what is my incentive for going to a conference? Nothing. And I don't know if you listened to James Franklin, and I don't know if you guys mentioned it. I didn't get in. He made a valid point about that. He said, like, either everybody needs to play in a conference, have a conference champion, or nobody does it. It's not fair for certain teams to go in, like you said, play a conference schedule.
Here,
And
here, I can hear. See, we all love to use the word fair. Do you know what happens if Notre Dame says y'all go have y'all little tournament? And if y'all don't play to our rules, we don't
oh
join. You know what
Well, yeah,
happened?
I mean, hey,
It
if you
crushes
got
it.
the gun and you got the money, like you say, they hold. I'm just saying, and I agree with you. They hold the chips, and the way it's set up now. So I said that they would be crazy to go in and do it, but it's not to everybody else that's in these conferences and all this other stuff. It is. I mean, like you say, whether it's fair or not, it there should be something in place that
See,
that
the
uh
the the
that
problem
doesn't,
is
you know what I'm saying, that doesn't benefit them just to be an
be-
independent.
before we're
Hmm.
gonna come back to this topic. Before we do that, I want you and Brown to talk about the national championship matchup because I got some things. We're gonna jump. We're gonna put a pin in it and come right back to this topic. Y'all need to
Oh,
spit on your
okay.
game.
Oh yeah, we didn't get that thought, did
Man,
we, Corey?
No, we didn't get that either.
man. Let me say a couple things. First of all, that offensive coordinator from Penn State, he need to be fired. The quarterback, he need to transfer. How in the, how in the, how in the hell you throw that ball, man? And you throwing it late. Then how this offensive coordinator had the guts to call that with 3 minutes to go? Run the ball. You ran the ball on them all night. Come on, man. James Franklin just snake bitten, bro.
He
But
is,
he hired those coaches though, right?
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he does that every time, and you're absolutely right. Every time he's like right there. This is probably one of the best teams he's had, and every time he loses to Ohio State, and and then he loses that next game, whatever the heck it is, he cannot win that game. Whatever game that he needs to win, he can't win it.
I heard
Yeah.
somebody. I heard somebody say that in order to be considered for a good coaching job, you got to get to 9 wins, right?
Yeah. He do
In
that
order,
every year.
right? In order to not get fired from Alabama, Ohio State, you name the
Well,
schools,
I think
you
it
got.
didn't went up. I think it went up to at least 10 wins
I
now,
was about to
Carl.
say that. I was about to say in order not to get, I'm going to go there. You got to be
Yeah.
able to win that 10th game. He's the coach that can win the 9 games, but he can't win the 10th game. Teams that win the 10th games are usually going to eventually get a national championship, always in the conversation.
Hey,
Nine, yeah.
I want to touch on something. I don't know if y'all heard they doing the broadcast or not. They came on there and said Quinn Ewers would be a fool to go to the NFL. He's got a 4.1 NIL deal waiting on him from a Big Ten team.
Hmm.
Be it Oregon, Ohio State. Man, this is crazy, dog.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'll put a pin in that. That's down. We're going to discuss that too, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
we
that's
are.
is
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. I mean, and look at Carson Beck, who went, you know, what I'm
We
saying,
gonna hit that too.
you
We
know,
got that one
but
on deck too.
okay, but like,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, with all of that, I mean, I guess as far as staying on topic, what are we talking about? Who's gonna win this national championship, or what?
Yeah, y'all
How we
Yeah,
pick
we
feel
want
one.
your
about
thoughts
that?
on it. Yeah, we
Uh,
want your thoughts on
uh,
it.
um, yeah, kind of
I
piggybacking off what my man Brown said. Yeah, like Notre Dame, kind of, you know, what I'm saying, like they're there. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? I want to say they didn't win the game, but they didn't lose it either. You know what I'm saying? They kind of
Right,
they
right.
got
I
some
like
help.
that. I
They
like
didn't
that.
win it, but they didn't lose it. They did enough, you know what I'm saying? But like I mean, it just goes back to that same thing about Franklin and his inability to to get over that little hump. Um and the one thing about it, man, like they don't mind firing coaches because they, like you say, if you can't get that win, it's consistent as you can be. Say it either Mark Rick or Franklin and those other kind of guys. Texas A&M coach back, Sumlin, when he was there, like you can win, and you can win so much. But if you don't win those games and you keep losing those games, they're going to fire you. Now, with that being said, if Ohio State shows up and plays like they have for the last 2 weeks, it'll be over at halftime.
Well, the thing
I
about
just I,
Franklin,
I just I just feel like the letdown coming on, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you who Notre Dame remind me of. They remind me of the Cowboys. They win games what they supposed to win, and they lose games that they don't supposed to lose. And I'm a Cowboy
Wow.
fan. I
And
see.
right,
Wow.
kind of enjoy and living off their past glory. You know what I'm saying? Living off
Yeah,
back in the day.
both
Just
of them. Both
yeah,
of them.
yeah, living off what it used to be 30
Yeah,
and 40 years ago.
yeah.
Well, Corey, Philly Red Zone's in the house too. I guess he can go ahead and give his semifinal and final prediction. Then we can dive
Oh
back to the
man,
independent.
Hold on. What did I tell you, Mr. 401? He said, you said it's gonna be me and you. I said, nah, just send it. They'll come. Don't worry
yeah.
about it. He got it.
Yeah, I
You
got
build
it.
it, they will come.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had something I had to handle this morning, so I was, I'm
All right,
sorry
that's
for
too
the
Philly.
much information.
tardiness.
Too much information there, cuz. Too
All
much
right.
info, man.
Go ahead, Philly.
Okay. Y'all funny as hell. Hey,
Hey,
man.
how you been, Nicole? How you been?
Oh, never mind.
Yo, wow, bro. Yo, wow. Anyway,
I, I,
Penn State Notre
I,
Dame.
I hate for you. I hate for your suitcase to be outside the door. Some
Yeah.
things need to be handled. Some things need to be handled.
Yo, wow, man. Hold on, let me gather myself. God, dog yo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That's a slippery slope, that my boy.
Hey, yeah, hey,
Yeah, I
say
know,
you can
man. I
you
know.
can tell you can tell when a joker start telling the truth. He can't even get it together right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that was a alley oop, and y'all took turns jocking that thing down. Golly.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
it's okay. You had an appointment this morning. It's okay.
Hey, okay. Notre Dame, Penn State, man. Man, Penn State quarterback. My gosh, my man basically threw the game away. He went against all his fundamentals, man. That whole entire game. It was mistake after mistake after mistake, man. He wasn't making his reads. It was wide open receivers. He couldn't hit them. He was too high on a few, too low on many. You know, the running back number 10, man, he did everything in his power to, every time they gave him the ball, he was making plays. Even when it was down to the 45 seconds, they should have just fed him and just said, you know what, we'll feed him. We got a couple timeouts. Use the timeouts. If we get in field goal range, kick a long field goal. And if we make it, we make it. We walk off winners. If not, we're going to overtime and live and die in
Right,
overtime.
right.
And
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's where Penn State coach dropped the ball. He put too much pressure on that kid. That kid was reeling because the moment was too big for him. Unfortunately, I think he's a sophomore or whatever,
He coming back.
junior.
He a junior. He a junior. Yeah.
Yeah. So that moment, he should have knew his player and saw that moment was too big for him and calmed him down and put him in
Y'all
a
said he
situation,
coming. Y'all said
to
he coming
where,
back.
yeah, he has to come back. He ain't
I
ready
mean,
yet.
where the hell else is he gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
And
but that,
then as for Notre Dame, man, I mean that defense, my gosh, man, they kept Notre Dame in the game, you know, to put them in position to, to do the walk off field goal, obviously. But just overall, that game could have got away from got away from Notre Dame, and those guys that was getting 3 and outs and getting the necessary turnovers and key spots, man, that allowed Notre Dame to be victorious, man. And then as for Ohio State, my gosh, man, that there was a that game was pretty much lopsided from from the start. Even though the score didn't indicate a lopsided win, the play of those players, man, they had
Yeah.
Texas number. Texas was reeling from the opening kickoff, man. They just couldn't match
Mhm.
Ohio State intensity. and then also their overall just wit and strength, man. They were outmatched. Their little running back, he was trying. I mean, it was a couple times where he was just twisting his helmet around every time he got hit because Ohio State was laying a boom on him. You know?
Comes
Yes, sir.
down to this: you are still a Southwest slash Big 12 team, and you're
Yep.
migrating into a different type of ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what?
I mean, if you look,
It'll
if
take
you if
Texas 5 years to get that out.
Yep, you're
well,
right.
I give it a couple recruiting classes realistically
Yeah, I mean,
because it's Texas because of the amount of money, but and now that you and once you face it,
hmm
you know what to expect. You follow me? Because Texas model was for the last 10, 15 years was we got to be able to outrun Oklahoma.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, game,
the thing is about that course, really, Alabama should have beat them last year. Miro sold the game because he couldn't throw outside. He can throw beautiful inside, but
Mhm.
anytime he threw something outside to get checked, they picked it up.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we already discussed his shortcomings.
Yeah, we already did that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah. And,
what? And
and I
like,
mean,
oh, I mean, and you're right as far as like what you have to see and what you have to do and the kind of guys that you're gonna need. Like you said, Texas is like you say, they have not had to have guys to withstand that SEC schedule, which is like
mhm.
you say, you play Georgia. I mean, you play Georgia 2 times a year, man. Your ass is getting your bell rung. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a Georgia is gonna have a defense. As long as Kirby Smart is at that school, he is going to have a solid top five, top 10 defense. He is going to keep that. You know what I'm saying?
and
Because
a
that's what he
physical,
knows.
and
Yeah,
he's gonna have physical, fast linebackers and
Buckers.
ends.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
he is going to you know what I'm saying, he is going to have that. And so like you say, now you kind of got to go find kids that can match up with that and how you're going to adjust to that. But the one thing I did want to say about that Notre Dame and that Penn State game, those two interceptions at the end, we that was, I mean, like it was a bad throw and a bad decision, but that was a good interception because how many times, I mean, like he dove and caught the ball and held on to it, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah,
defensive backs, you see plenty of time where a defensive back could get hit in the helmet, and that
yeah.
joker dropped the daggum ball. You know what I'm saying? So it was a great play, but like everybody was saying, he should have never been in that position. You run the ball at that point. We're
Yep.
running the ball. If we can't, hey, get me 15, 20 yards on the ground. If we can't do that, or even that daggum number 44, I'm giving that sucker the ball. You keep that boy is an NFL tight end. When he
Hey
Hey,
got the
man,
ball,
Mr.
you
Brown,
could do.
they had him quadruple covered. They wouldn't let him. Dude, they was
hey,
hitting him off the line,
Nick,
and then when he tried to get across the formation, and they had three guys around him. They knew he was trying to go to him. That's why
hey,
15, he went
Nick,
to that
Nick
side.
Saban would have never. Nick Saban would have never.
But
Nick
I'm
Saban
just saying, I wouldn't have lined. I
would have
would have
ran
put him in
that
the
ball.
backfield. Yeah, you're right. I would have put him in the backfield as a blocker. He would have been doing, you know what I'm saying? But like, but ultimately, we're not throwing the ball. We're not, especially, not at that point in the game. We're not throwing the ball. We're
Yeah,
going to run the ball. And like you say, worst case scenario, you kick a 50, 60-yard field goal. If you hit it, if not, y'all, we going to overtime.
Overtime, yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not giving them an opportunity to get the ball back, or like you said, or even throw the football, And so um, that was with that, and then back, like you said, back to that Oklahoma. I mean, Ohio State, Texas. Now, if you want, I mean, and this is just me personally, Sarkeesian is starting to go down that road a little bit. Now, I know everybody has to have their growing pains, and right now, like I said, Georgia, he is to Georgia what Georgia is to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like that whatever the hell it is, they just can't
Man,
freaking they just
you
can't
might not.
freaking do it right now. Huh?
you might not be have to worry about him, dog. He may not he may not get out. They
Who we
say he
gonna
may
get
not
next?
get out of
Next one.
AT&T Stadium
Um,
because Jerry want to talk to him.
here's the skinny on it.
Really? You wait, bro? You just said something. Did I just catch
Yeah,
that? Are you saying
Yeah.
he
the
might end up
Cowboys
with a
want to talk
cowboy
to him.
job? Oh
Yeah,
boy. Ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
The
Wow.
NFL money different than that college money.
Oh, it is.
Oh, that's true. There's no
It
question about
is.
that.
It is.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so,
Well,
hey,
we'll.
yeah,
Wow.
that, I mean,
Okay.
that would be one, but I mean, I'm not. I mean, Dallas does need a coach, so
And then, well, we'll talk about the other situation when we get on down the line.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
boy, your boy done pulled a hokey dokey. Y'all know
Uh
what I'm talking
oh.
about.
Oh yeah, we
Uh,
gonna get to him. We gonna
oh,
get to
please.
him.
Hey, don't forget, Brown. Don't forget whatever that
I
is.
know. Jackson State revisited.
All right. There you go. Okay. I can't wait for that, boy. Woo. Okay. Hey. So, are we clear yet on the championship? Does anybody have Notre Dame winning it all?
I do.
Corey. Okay.
I
Anybody else?
I I like Notre Dame too.
Brown. Okay.
Ohio
That's why I
Corey
State.
and
like Notre.
Brown.
That's
Corey.
why I don't like why
Why don't you like Ohio State?
because I don't like Ohio State. That's why.
That's good enough for
And,
me.
and Notre Dame, and
Hey,
I
you're
don't like
right.
Notre Dame, but they got a black coach. There you go. There he is. There it is.
Yeah, there it
Hey,
is.
Oh
there it
man.
is.
Okay. All right.
Let
There
So
it
there
Dallas
we
is.
choose the
go.
side of making history. That's what I say.
All
Hey
right.
man,
Well,
hey,
I,
the
I
thing is here, man. I would just play. I play eight in the box, and that quarterback got to beat me. He got to beat
hmm
me. They're not gonna run. He got to beat me. He
I
got
would
to
play.
prove it.
I would play 7 to 8 in the box, and I have my have my safety playing over the top over that freshman. This is it. Spy him, spy him a little
Man,
bit.
Notre Dame secondary good enough to hold them boys. They secondary is.
Yeah, they got a
They
good. They
could,
got a yeah. They got a good
yeah,
backing. You're right. They do.
yeah.
I still
all
spy
right.
on that, but I'm telling you, I was spy on that damn boy, that freshman. How good your secondary is. He's one of them ones. I've seen two of them freshmen this year, and he's the other one.
The
Anyway,
thing about that, Corey, if you look at how they line him up, he's never getting jammed. He's always off the ball. He's not.
yeah,
He's mostly the slot receiver.
right. I mean, that's that's. I mean, you think about it, Brown. If you had a young freshman that you don't put out there, right?
That's smart coaching. That's smart coaching.
Would you put him at the Z, the Y, or you put him at the X?
Well, that's what they should have put Ryan Williams in the slot,
Yeah, because I mean,
so he
just
could
you
never,
just
so it never get touched.
right. I mean,
And then, I mean,
Okay.
and we, that the benefit that he does have too, man, is that boy in Jigba is an NFL. He's going to be a first round uh wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm.
it's not like what I'm saying. The only difference, with Ryan Williams, he had nobody else on the other side of him.
Oh yes,
That
he
and
did.
Yeah,
Jigba boy, if you throw it to him, I mean, because I want to say like a couple years ago, that boy had like some 300-yard receiving games. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
He did.
he
He
is a
did.
dog, man. He is a
Yeah.
dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
17 ain't bad. 17 ain't bad. The little
Yeah.
sophomore
Yeah.
from Chicago. That boy like 6'4", and he was
Listen,
Well, they
catching
could.
that thing.
Well, that's one
Cause
thing. Ohio State.
Smith didn't
They
have
still be
number
on
one
receivers.
catch.
They keep
Smith didn't have
receivers
number
though.
one catch for 3 yards.
hmm
Yep.
You know
All
what I'm
right. They keep
saying?
receivers.
They
I
keep
mean,
they
So.
don't keep receiving. They got a good ass receiver coach.
I mean,
Yep.
if you get to when you start getting into the $50 to $60 million worth of NIL budget, you should have a good.
That is true.
Hey. Well. So
That's
it
true
looks like
thing.
it's a. So it's like it's a 3-2 vote right here with a split here. So we'll see what happens in a couple nights here. So with that said, Notre Dame independent status. I think there was a couple guys who didn't get to say something about that. I know Corey did. I had a little bit to say about it. And Brown jumped in on that segment. So I think let's see, Philly Red Zone and Antoine. What are
hmm
y'all thoughts on Notre Dame with the independent status? You know, Cam Newton wants him to join a conference. Um, but what do you all say to that?
I mean, they've been independent. They what the sole independent school in the
Always,
NCAA, right? Yeah,
They've been
so
always.
they've
independent
been. I
long as
mean,
I've
that's
known.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that. I mean, that's just
But
been Notre Dame,
to be
man.
to
I
be
mean,
fair, it used to be Notre Dame and Penn State, but Penn State couldn't
Yeah.
okay,
survive. Oh,
Oh, and don't forget
yeah,
Miami Hurricanes were independent,
And
and
no,
yeah,
yeah, man,
Florida
and
State was too,
BYU and
and Florida
BYU
State
and
was
Florida
oh
too.
State.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I mean,
But
it's all when they join the conference, it's all about money, and
yeah.
they figure they're gonna get the money anyway because they know Notre Dame. The name speaks for itself. So,
Right.
I mean, it's no competitive advantage, so I really don't mind it. I mean, personally, uh, they just
Notre
play
Dame.
everybody. Yeah,
Well, if they gonna do that, I feel like they ought to make them play Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State
Why?
every year in the regular
Why?
season.
I mean,
Why?
in the
Because
regular
they
season,
stay, man.
they
They
play
stay,
them.
Listen,
They
bro.
will play if not one.
listen. What I'm going to say about this. That's what you would
They
like
stay
to
too.
see. Hold on. That's what you would like to see, right?
Yeah.
However, I'm Notre Dame. If I don't join y'all, if I don't agree to join y'all program, y'all little tournament thingy, I screw it up, right?
Man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play
This
who I
this
want to
year,
play.
this year, yes, this year, yes. But let's
It don't no. You're talking
yes,
about
it does.
No.
you're talking about on the field. I'm talking about the money. I'm talking about you cannot have a. It's just like when they came up with the
A
BCS.
lot of
The
Catholic people,
BC
dog.
the BCS was broken until the Rose Bowl agreed. Remember?
Yep.
Notre Dame. That's how you got to look at this stuff. And when the Rose Bowl, because the Rose Bowl said, when the Rose Bowl said, you know what, we don't like y'all little thingy y'all got over there, so you didn't
When,
get you
when,
did.
when
You
they
did what?
made sure that the Rose Bowl will always be included to the championship game. I mean, the
Exactly,
semifinal.
and that's the same thing that Notre. That's the same type of clout that um Notre Dame has. 'Cause the funniest story is the Rose Bowl. More people care about outside of us. The Rose Bowl. More people care about them flowers more than they care about football. It's just us that will come
Damn
that
right.
care.
They care more
So
about the parade, dog.
yeah. The
exactly,
parade is the biggest thing.
So okay,
exactly.
so Core, with what you're saying, how there has to be something, and again,
It's
I don't
it's
know
it's
what, but you're
never
telling
gonna
me
be.
just because Notre Dame decides, hey, if we don't want to join the conference, then the BCS ought to say, you know what? Notre Dame, you got some money, but guess what? If y'all stay out of this thing 2 years, let's just say you go. Let's just say Notre Dame goes this year, and they say, hey, you know what? You're not going to be in a conference. We're not going to invite you. Do you not think that them people at Notre Dame going to be like, now why in the hell didn't we get invited? Because you know what I'm saying? Okay, because we didn't
No,
join the conference.
no, because Notre
The
Dame's.
pressure
Hold on,
will be
hold on.
put on them to join a conference, whether they like
The
it or not.
name
They'll pick
Notre
somewhere.
Dame name is bigger than them joining a
And
conference,
and, and,
man.
and and also
Well,
I
remember,
don't
just
believe
hey,
the
so.
It's
doc, the
branding.
I
The
don't believe that.
branding is
not
the
yeah,
not
it's
branding
no
is
not
branding.
hard.
It's branding,
it's
yeah.
branding.
But
The
Yeah,
but
branding.
I
but
tell them,
but
Yeah, it's
hey,
branding because they're allowed to do what they're allowed to do right now. Again, if you
hmm
tell Notre Dame that hey, you don't join the conference, you're not going to be considered a part of it. I guarantee you they're going to join the conference.
here's
I'm
the
pretty
problem.
sure the NCAA tried that and they called their bluff.
And here, here,
And
here, here,
hey,
herein lies the problem. Here lies the problem.
hey,
Every time, if okay, the first year that Notre Dame has a Notre Dame really good season because y'all exclude them from the conference, that at that point you're gonna have your tournament champion, and then they're gonna say excluding undefeated Notre Dame, excluding the undefeated
well
Notre Dame.
go play Power Five football. You don't want to play in this tournament. Y'all have y'all own tournament over there in the Power Five with Ball State and
Brown.
goddamn
Here is the problem. Here is the other problem. If Notre Dame calls Alabama tomorrow and say, I want to play the Alabama," what is Alabama going to say?
gonna sign
let's
them up.
play.
No,
Sign them up.
There,
How much?
okay,
yeah.
exactly.
Well,
Herein lies
well,
the problem.
well. One
Yeah.
thing
Again.
about that, one thing about that, don't nobody get paid off that because both of them brand big. So we
Oh
just playing the
no,
ball
no,
game.
everybody get paid off of that because the
Oh
fact
no,
that
Oh
I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
just saying, man,
everybody.
everybody
you
Yeah,
get
gonna
yeah,
put
paid.
that
yeah.
thing somewhere. That is going to be you like you said. Now you hit that like one of them first games of the year, Alabama Notre Dame, and you have it like the kickoff. Man, please, that thing would be like a freaking
you're
like a
talking.
playoff
Yeah,
game.
God,
yeah. What I'm saying is, it ain't like Notre Dame paying uh
No,
Northern Illinois $2 million to come play them at home.
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so
That's a that's that's a
I
that's a
agree.
big brain against big brain.
And,
But
I
and but
agree.
but the
everybody get paid though.
Yeah,
Everybody get
everybody's
paid.
gonna get paid, but that would be such a mega type bit like that. Like I'm saying, like that'll be some. I mean, think about the marketing and
Man,
and the kickoff.
don't
I mean,
you?
just like the thing behind that, all the old. You know what I'm saying? That would
Hey,
yeah.
be a hell of a
In
man. That
hey,
thing
Tuscaloosa,
would that thing
hey,
would create a lot of money.
Nick Saban ruined all that. Nick Saban
that
wasn't
that
ruined
ga-
all that because he
that
No,
had to
that
because
take
game
the
will have to be
playoff
in
class.
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, he
Nick was
did.
smart.
Look. They were playing. They were playing over there in the in Georgia Dome. He got Virginia Tech 1 year. He got Clemson 1 year. He got Wisconsin 1 year. Oh, they were playing. They got USC 1 year. Hey, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get beat. I'm
yeah,
not gonna get my head beat in at the first game of the season.
yeah.
Messing with Nick Saban,
Yeah,
man,
but but
that
for
might wreck your whole season. They got
but
Miami
for
1 year.
But for Alabama, I mean, coming into next season, a game like that would, and if they're able to win, that'll put them on the
But
map. I mean, if they
hey,
do slip
but
up with a one or two losses, that's a
but but,
quality
but
win
what's
that will
my
probably get them
what's
into
my
the
incentive to
playoffs.
play? What's my incentive to play? If I lose it
Uh,
and I lose a game in the SEC, huh? What's
yeah,
my incentive to play them?
I get it's a double edge, but I mean,
Well, that's
again,
what
like
that's
what
what
at the
But
kind
end of
see,
the day,
that's
the
but the
Notre
thing
that's what
is,
kind
Dame
of football I'm
name
on.
speaks volumes.
I know, but the
That
thing is too, we see now and at least by the way that they have been kind of bracketing and putting this thing in, there is. I mean, it's okay if you lose early, and if you lose to a quality team early, you know what I'm saying.
but
Yeah,
But
why
they're not
take the
punishing you
chance?
for that.
Why take the chance? Why take
or
the
late.
chance?
Because the committee again the committee
Yeah, they
has shown over the last couple of years that they would rather put somebody that now if Alabama goes out there and lays an egg against somebody like that and you
It,
look
it's
absolutely horrendous, then yeah,
yeah.
that's going to hurt you. But if you go
first of
out
all,
and
first,
and
A
play a
first,
good game,
a 27
oh, oh,
24 loss to a Notre Dame
that
or
ain't
20
bad.
that ain't bad. But a
first
40
of
to
all, first.
13, all right, that's one thing. But we know no
That's what I'm saying.
Alabama
Why
don't have a
play?
history of losing like that. They don't have a
What
history of
I'm
losing like
saying. I keep that right there. If
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
play them, if I play them and I lose, that set me back. The SEC already tough enough.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean, hey,
what Brown so
I
what
get I
Brown's
get
leaning to is four losses would pretty much that's a possible fourth loss
It's
and
over
they
with.
definitely ain't gonna make it.
you don't
Well,
want to get
three losses. Three
Cause
losses.
three don't get you in now.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
y'all.
I mean,
So
it doesn't get you in, but it two don't hurt you. I mean, well, but
yeah,
look at Miami. Miami had two.
Yeah.
right.
Did it
Yeah.
hurt them?
Yeah,
They
because
out.
they didn't play nobody else the rest of the time.
Right.
Right.
Their schedule
Right.
was weak. Yeah.
And
But
then and
hey,
then
that
look at Indiana. We are not going to have a we didn't they done told you with Indiana too. It's gonna be like, okay, y'all jokers go out here with this little pretty record and you don't play nobody. We see
They
that
ain't
you
gonna
have
vote
these
it
little
like this
pretty
next year.
records,
They
and we
not gonna
put you in
they
the
not gonna
playoff
vote it
and
like
get
that next year.
you
See,
get your
Yeah.
head kicked in. So guess what?
I
I would
get,
rather have a team that went in and played somebody, showed me a good game, like you say, a 27-24 loss. That is not a,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, against a good team.
But it's Alabama. Alabama speak for
No,
itself.
I'm not just, I'm not just, not just saying Alabama per se, but a team of somewhere that's, somewhere that's in
yeah.
that little wrong, maybe a Michigan,
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a,
Well, hell, it might be
look,
Alabama because Alabama ain't the dog over there
hey,
no more.
Uh
Alabama doesn't
oh.
run the SEC no more.
oh, you
And
really want to start something now, though. You really want to start something
Hey,
now.
hey, we can start it now. We can start it. Hey, hey, you start a product on the field. Hey, you can call it what you want to. But
You said
Man, look,
get past Tuscaloosa and head to
hey,
Vanderbilt,
Athens. That's what you're saying.
Hey,
hey, we
oh
still
my
I
the
watched
God.
that game.
we
Vanderbilt
we we
didn't. Vanderbilt beat
we
Alabama.
still the bully. We still the bully in the SEC. Hey, Georgia. Hey,
Hey, like I
Georgia.
Yeah.
said, hey,
We
I
still
said
the
Georgia.
bully.
Y'all
Georgia
like the
don't
damn.
want to see us.
Y'all like
Georgia
the
don't
goose.
want to see us.
Y'all like the
Oh
goops to
boy.
Alabama. I mean to Georgia. Y'all just they hadn't learned how to beat you up. They haven't learned how to beat you yet.
But okay, look, okay. That just be like Auburn.
Yeah.
What's the incentive of Auburn playing Notre Dame first game of the season? It's already tough enough in the SEC.
But
And
Okay.
now I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Auburn ain't
I would
got the
say
branding that Alabama got.
Okay.
exactly, and I would tell you this as an Auburn fan: if Auburn went out and played Notre Dame and played them for 4 good quarters and goes through and is let's just say, you know what I'm saying, there's seven,
Hey
you know
guys.
what I'm saying,
Bro,
they
bro,
go through,
you still,
that would help them. It
bro,
would.
look, bro, you still got
All
to
right,
play
last
Georgia.
last last
You
shot.
still
Last
got to
shot
play.
Run
here.
out, run back out.
Last shot. Last
Oh,
shot.
let me say this one thing. If Auburn did that, Auburn still got to play Alabama. They still got to play LSU. They still got to play
Georgia.
Florida and Georgia.
First.
That's brutal, man.
So
That's
so
brutal.
so guys, in summary, from what I'm hearing, like Notre Dame financially, there's no need for them to do it because they're running their own show. Which a
All right,
lot of
check this.
I bet you a lot of other universities are envious of that. And then on the competitive side, they're picking their schedule, so their schedule may not match up with other programs' schedule because they're in a conference and they have to play certain teams because they're in the conference. So
Yeah,
uh,
it
so in
comes
other
down to
words,
money.
Notre Dame has a built-in advantage to kind of make sure they're in the playoff there because they're going to win X amount of games, right? They have the money, they have the following, and the league, the NCAA is going to make sure that they quote unquote qualify to be in the
Be
tournament.
yes, because it fits. But you look at it like this: okay, Georgia, LSU, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Penn State, Texas A&M. You know what those are in order? Who makes the most merchandise sales? You notice something about that? Outside of the SEC
Hmm.
and the Big Ten, there's one independent on there. That's it.
Notre Dame.
No
No
Dame.
other conferences. So why
So
again? Once again, I do pretty well. I mean, literally, the only it's everything is either SEC or Big Ten, other
well,
than Notre
Hey, they,
Dame. And
and the
they,
same thing for Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the SEC and Big Ten, which a lot of people, I would think should argue this more. They're basically trying to take over the whole landscape.
right,
Like
and it,
yeah, they
this.
really just wanted to be two conferences. They really just
Hey,
right,
wanted to be two conferences.
I was going to say now, if you wanted to hop into a whole different thing, that's what the NCAA does not want. They don't want the
Yeah.
SEC and the Big Ten to pull out and say, "Guess what? We just gonna make our own independent thing. We won't go up on the
Yeah.
NCAA rules,
Uh,
and we'll add Notre Dame to something like that." And boy,
yep, yep.
and, and
And Notre
and
Dame
Okay,
is
guys,
on the
that
okay,
way
but
too.
see, that's what they was trying to do a couple years ago when the NCAA don't get that money off uh kind of football that they get off March Madness, and
yeah,
they
They
was
not.
gonna they was gonna make that Big Ten and what's called put about 20 teams in both and screw the NCAA, screw the
yeah,
rest.
yeah.
and
That's
but
what they
see,
was gonna do.
yep, and see what the NCAA did. Hey, we're gonna expand this playoff. We're gonna give more
There you
teams
go.
an
There you
opportunity to
go.
get some more of this money. So we're gonna expand the playoff. And you're right, that's what they did because they didn't want those like you just said, you named off all those teams. Again, if you throw in about 4 or 5, middle rung teams like the Auburns, the Georgia Techs, the Miamis, you start throwing those guys in there and you make a conference and have those guys play, what I'm saying, independent league, and then they, like you say, they may go out and schedule their own people. Man,
And that,
I mean, like that would be what I'm saying? Like that would change
that'll,
college football.
but that would kill the NCAA
It
altogether.
would. It would.
Right.
You
All right.
when the
Well,
last time? Okay, when the last time you seen NCAA put anybody on probation for football? They stopped there.
there it is.
They
And
stopped.
on that
You're
note,
right.
and hey guys, and on that note,
Right.
one more
Hold on,
Notre
hold on, hold
Dame.
on. Hold on. One more thing.
We
One
got
more
to we
thing.
got to keep moving. Close it
Uh,
out, Corey.
one more thing. The NCAA has nothing to do with the playoffs.
Right. They
They do
don't.
not sanction or do
They got
anything.
March Madness. They got March
The
Madness.
March Madness. The
Yep.
football. So, and on the side note, I mean, we can move on, but we can lead into another topic. The problem with you say put everybody in a conference. The problem right now is we say okay, the schedule for Georgia this year was a tougher schedule. Alabama had a tougher schedule. Texas had the weaker schedule. But when you got
Yeah.
these conferences that has 14, 15, 16 teams, it's going to be the luck of the draw. We've
Yeah.
said it
Mm-hmm.
week after
It's gonna
week.
rotate.
It
Hmm.
goes Ohio State, it goes Michigan, it goes Penn State, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, now Texas, Clemson periodically. There's only 10 teams realistically are going to vie for the national championship, and then you have a Notre Dame, and you have somebody pop up every year. And all it takes is next year, say Georgia have a Texas schedule, where they only have to worry about one game, and then it's so. Then all of a sudden, it's going to be Georgia is number one. They're in the playoffs with a weak schedule, and
Well,
Ohio
they,
State.
they 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 did that to Georgia that first year they won the championship. They thought
Mm-hmm,
that city Georgia had a weak schedule.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
And it's gonna continue to be that way because you got too many teams all in one conference. So now it's gonna
Exactly.
fall that way where you're gonna have teams that get the break. It's like the NFL. Like next year, the
Yeah.
Philly Red Hawks Eagles, I think they got 10 or 11 playoff teams next year on their schedule.
Yeah. That's how
You
I
know what I'm
go.
saying? And
And
then
then
the next year they may not have that many, but it just falls like that for teams. You know what I'm saying?
And what
So
happens? And what happens when it gets to the point that you got so many teams in these conferences that you break the rivalry games? Meaning, this year you wouldn't have Michigan and Ohio State, you wouldn't have Alabama,
Never,
Arkansas. Didn't
never,
matter.
never,
you know they ain't
No,
happening.
never, Corey.
no, well, hey,
Never.
Yeah,
hey, I seen a lot of
Yeah.
strange stuff. I would never
Never.
thought.
yeah.
They
I would
won't.
never.
They won't
I
do
They,
that.
they,
I,
they can manufacture those games. They can
Hey,
Yeah, they can
manufacture.
figure
hey,
out a way to figure it in, but
bro. Them
because
games
they
got
kind of
names,
they
bro.
right, but the SEC kind of they kind of figured that out because
The,
when they went to
the
divisions,
Iron Bowl. The
they figured
Iron
out how to
Bowl.
keep a certain game together, but then they
The,
rotate other
the,
games.
all right,
the
okay,
But
cocktail party. The
all right.
cocktail party with
You got
Georgia and
okay
Florida.
in the
but hey
SEC.
guys,
You got
Red River
six.
Rivalry. Red River Rivalry.
You got
yep,
six rivalries in the SEC. Seven now, I think it is. You got
yeah, hey
Tennessee
And
guys,
Georgia,
Alabama.
and then Tennessee and Bama a rivalry.
I'm finna go. I'm finna go.
yeah,
You got Tennessee
Yeah,
Bama.
yeah, yeah.
You got Bama LSU. You got
we got it.
Auburn
Mm-hmm.
Alabama. Right. Total Bama's
Yep.
three. Right. Any more for Bama? That's it. Right.
Yeah, so we get it. They got it. They gonna have to figure all that stuff out. But when you try to do this kind of move, it's gonna cause other issues. So but hey, let's get to this. Because Corey, you said it earlier. You're picking Notre Dame to win because they have a black air quote coach. So like, guys, what are you saying on this as far as the topic of black coaches coaching in college football? I'm just gonna say what level y'all want to call it, Power Five level. So what are your takes on the black
So,
coach in
I'll
Power Five football?
I mean, we
I'll
need
throw,
more of them.
yeah, I'll say mine real quick and get out the way. It's 2025 and college football has been around over 200. I mean, about 200 years, and this is
Yeah.
the first time we had a black man as a coaching, not winning, just even coaching in a Division I championship.
Well,
Here.
in a
well,
in a sport in a sport that at college level is like 75, you know what I'm saying? 75, and then in the NFL level like 85% African American. And we've only manufactured one. Come on, dog.
But see,
Yeah.
that also goes into just two things. I mean, yes, yes, you would think that there should be some, it should have been broken through earlier. But also sometimes there's been coaches that had the opportunity that just didn't pan out.
Didn't get it done.
So I mean, it's just sometimes opportunity has to meet the moment with the right man. Follow me?
and also with
Yeah.
that, Coy, there's less of of them, so there's less room for quote unquote the errors of the mistake. Because if
E-
you got like you got like
exactly.
90% of the coaches are white, then
Yeah.
and a certain percentage of them get fired, it's gonna look a lot different when you got like 5% of black coaches
I'm
coaching,
gonna tell you like I
right?
tell people all the time.
What's that?
Like, like, like. Whether you, I mean, okay, this
What that
fine
mean?
and dandy, meaning it's very simple.
I'm gonna have
If
some. I'm gonna have somebody
this
look like me.
institution has been ran by a certain group of people for the last
Yeah.
two, 300 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then unless you find a way to break those barriers, most likely, if I go hire a coach, right? Me personally, if I'm a head of a university and I'm in charge of hiring, I'm gonna look at the coach. I'm gonna look at a coach that that I think think is good, and then also when I bring them in the office, one white, no, a white guy and TB in there, right? They both got the
Mhm.
same resume. I like the way they do whatever, but I'm more familiar with Brown because what I have a history and I have an understanding that
Right.
culturally we're
Right.
similar,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Right.
That's it's if there is a racism factor into it, but there's also just a natural human biases that goes into these issues of why it seems like it can never happen. But this year, what I looked at was recently was this year you have more of them than ever. So
Two.
there is a moment of, and matter of fact, now it I always look at when this is when I think people, a group of people make it, right? Not when we win or whatever, is when it gets to the point where when a guy loses a job, he loses a job because he's that guy. And it just is what it is. You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see
when
what I'm
there's
saying?
normalcy. I get where you're going
Yeah.
with that, Corey.
Right.
But guys, I just want to say this, and then I'm gonna let you guys have at it. Because this might throw some more stuff in there for you. But I think we already have had black coaches that won national championships. We just don't want to. We just don't want to recognize them. I think we idolize the
Well,
Power
you know,
Five so
they're
much.
not. They're not.
Let,
They're not
let,
gonna
let
ever
me
do
finish.
that.
Yeah, right. Please let me say this because I
Go
think
ahead.
we idolize the Power Five stuff, and that's the way. And I'm saying we, not that's not every single person, but in general, instead of just saying, look, we had Trey Oliver win the national championship, North Carolina Central. We had Buddy Pugh win a national championship at South Carolina State. We had the coach that was just at FAMU win the national championship. But we just don't want to acknowledge it that way. And so we have the platform, we have the area where we can have black coaches win national championships, but we chase the other direction. And I don't know if everybody agree with that or not, but we have just like how we talk about Notre Dame. They're doing their own thing and they create their own. We can do the same thing, and then you don't have to worry about what Penn State say or what Notre Dame say or what any other
Well,
school say. You don't have to
Yeah, I
do
mean
that
that's pretty
if you
accurate.
build your own,
well, that's the reason
right?
why they. That's the reason why they created the Celebration Bowl. That's the
Good
reason why
point.
we have our own national championship game.
Right.
Yeah,
But we just don't nationally like rally behind that and claim it like that. And
yeah.
therefore now it's more like, okay, well, we're
And you
lucky that
Hey,
somebody got the
hey,
coach at
bro.
Penn
because
State,
Hey,
you want to
bro.
know
right?
why? Because listen, you want to know why they don't celebrate it like that in the Celebration Bowl? No pun intended. It comes back
Yeah.
to that brand. It comes back to
Yeah.
that branding. You don't
Right.
have what's quote unquote deemed a marquee school. You know what I mean? Again, the
Only
Penn States, the
marquee
no,
school. Only
Yeah.
marquee school you got is Grambling.
yeah.
Grambling
So
is recognized.
it's yes, Gremlin is recognized, but look how far they allow Gremlin to
Right.
participate. They're
Right.
capped on their participation. So that's
Yeah.
I mean that's why when you say we
The
have
whole,
we do have our own national title games and national title coaches that are African American. But
Hmm.
when you go Power Five and I mean, what is it? PW? What they call?
Yeah,
Well,
PW.
PWI is predominantly white.
PWI.
They don't
Yeah.
have. There's
But
no HBCU. There's zero HBCUs that play in FBS football, to my
yeah,
knowledge.
It ain't.
if they play,
But
it's
you
on
know what?
one of those one off Bethune Cookman versus Alabama. You already know that's 70-3. I don't even have to watch that game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they set it up. So those
But you know
schools
what?
Yeah.
on on TV, if they play on national TV or on ESPN or FS1 or one of those network, they
Yeah.
get demolished. So nobody else want to play these schools. They don't put them in situations to where they can succeed and compete against other FBS schools.
Well, let me say
Mm-hmm.
this, fella. You have to look at this here. The system already rigged because the top teams in the SWAC and MEAC got to go to the Celebration Bowl. They don't even go to the playoffs.
Hmm.
And that
Now
They
that
got to
and that
go.
playoff. And
Yeah.
remember that playoff is what FCS playoffs. It's not even.
Yeah.
LCA.
It's not even
Right.
FBS. Right.
Yeah.
So
But
we don't. So it is not. And then again, this is also self inflicted too. Now we don't. We're not building the schools up to be quote unquote on the same platform or the same level or whatever you want to have it. Because like
Well,
schools like Notre Dame
that
State.
that come with
Well, I'm just
black
saying.
pride. That come with
Well,
black
yeah,
pride.
exactly. Because like
Yeah.
James Madison was in the same FCS, and now they moved
Hmm.
into the FBS. They can potentially build that school, that university, to become a team
How,
that can play for a national championship. Because
how many
they're in that
white
field
students they
now.
got? How many
Oh,
white students
plenty,
they got? And that's the reason.
plenty. Yeah,
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
they got
it's
plenty.
also
But
reason.
Yeah, well,
Also, you got to
I'm talking
remember
about James Madison is a PWI basically.
yes, yes,
it's
they
not.
are.
It's a private, a very, very, very lucrative, expensive PWI. It goes
Right.
down. Is
Yes, it is.
Like
I've had
Furman,
this
like Furman.
exactly.
Yes,
I've
yes,
had
it
this
is.
conversation time and time again. Me and you, me and Brown, we've even had this conversation on here. The alumni of James Madison, that's a billionaire or whatever you want to call it. I understand there's billionaires that come from HBCUs, but that's not where they put their money at. Until you get you a Jerry Jones, a T-Bone Pickett, a Phil Knight, et cetera, that comes in there and says, I don't give a damn if these motherfuckers don't have crayons for their coloring books. I'm gonna build me a football team.
I'm paying for football.
Exactly. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen that way. So what happens is a team like FAMU
Yes.
that about 7, 8 years was it been? How long has it been? I don't remember.
But
Decided to come
They
together.
had Willie Simmons there. Yeah. But
No,
go ahead.
Wood Simmons, they ain't got enough money. Um, Again, a team like FAMU says, you know what? We're gonna be 1A football, right? And
Right.
here's what we got to do. And then they go through the list of qualifications, right? So they start trying to figure out how to get the money. Okay.
hmm
Mm, I tend to believe it was a bullshit behind it, but let's just say instead of them having the robust boosters that Alabama, Texas, or et cetera have, they're crowdfunding, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And turned around, and then all of a sudden, with all the crowdfunding, all of a sudden, this rule's broken, this rule's broken, this rule's broken. Made and so much stuff came down on the school. They said, you know what? Let's stick to where we at, because
Yep.
apparently, and
Good
that's
point.
what I'm saying. Because you don't have enough. You don't have a bully with enough dollars to tell the NCAA go shut the hell up. The NCAA
Right.
bully those that can allow it to. So they will come
Yeah.
down. They will pick at those schools because the first thing they say is, "Oh, you're just into some. If you think you can be whatever." So and again, NCAA is an institution that's a couple hundred years old, and you know it's not a lot of you people at
Well,
top.
well,
Okay,
well, well. The thing is, what the HBCUs need to do is band together. Tennessee
Yep.
State, come on. North Carolina Central, come home. We gonna
build
make
your
Yep.
our
conference
own, and we ain't got to
Yep.
worry about the NCAA. Damn them.
because you know
Yep.
because guess ask me what happens
Cause you
up
don't
in
want to give me no funding
Princeton.
anyway.
Guess ask me what happens up in Princeton, Harvard. They give a good goddamn.
They don't care nothing about the NCAA.
Don't
Yeah.
care. They play in the basketball tournament because they can. But as far as the football stuff, they said, you know what? Because let's be real, let's be realistic. Harvard has the largest endowment in the country private or public school. If they ever
Hmm.
decide they want to be into the be with the shits and that type of stuff, it's no
They
telling what's gonna
gone.
come out. It's no telling what's gonna happen. You see what I'm
Damn
saying?
right. They
But
probably have 100 billion.
they have the largest endowment of any university in the country.
Yep. And by the
Now
way,
that's good.
the NCAA did this too. Look how much they upped the cost if you want to switch your program from FCS to FBS
Exactly.
That's
from
You got
crazy.
5,000 to the
5 million.
application fee that says 5 million. And this
Mm.
is stuff that doesn't get talked about. You know
No,
what
it
I'm saying?
and
doesn't.
Like
hold
That's
on, hold on.
that.
ridiculous. That is absolutely
It,
And
ridiculous, dude.
and
they
you got to be able to seat a certain number of people in your stadiums.
correct.
How do you justify going
One thing Villanova's been working on.
from $5,000 to $5 million?
Look, all
You
That's
need
right.
sick, ain't it?
Here's
That's
okay. Here's
that's
the other. Here's the other side of it too. Now, as the Big Ten and SEC do what they do, the
yeah.
NCAA doesn't have the power, and they're not, and they're these those two conferences are less likely or less inclined to play by the rules and pay the tax. So who they tax? All the new guys that have no power to come in, because you can't tax the SEC and the Big Ten and tell them what no, because what they'll tell you is, you know
we're
what,
leaving.
we're going to just hook, because the biggest scare is them two conferences saying, you know what, we're just going to say hell with it, and we're going to just play football between us, and we'll
Yep.
grab Notre
Hmm.
Dame, we'll
Right.
grab Notre Dame, the independent. Well, they ain't got to grab. And there's no other independents they got to grab, because guess what? Everybody that matters are technically in the country. If you look at it like
That,
this, you
that
got US.
they, they
Only thing you have to do is scoop a couple of teams out of SEC. I mean the ACC, and it's done.
and it's
Because you
over.
because
Yeah, you're right.
Because all the West Coast teams are tied to them.
Yep.
USC,
They
UCLA.
already bickering to go. They already
They
bickering to
got
go.
the
Florida State
they
and North
coast.
Carolina
Yeah, yeah. They coast to coast. In the. Oh, you right. If they pull a Florida State, I mean, or Miami or somebody,
or
it's
Clemson.
a
It's
wrap.
all
Or
over.
Clemson.
You
Yeah. It,
you cancel the whole conference.
So so now you see why these people that are trying to get into the game for the money. I'm on tax.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 But still, though, it's still a good thing to see, Freeman. Now, and I don't know if y'all got to hear Freeman, but to me, it sounded like he didn't even want to claim that he was black. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But he immediately
Who?
went to,
No, 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 no. To be fair,
yeah, well,
and that on an
he immediately
interview.
went to his Korean mother.
Well, I mean, what do you want him to do? Just say to fuck my mama?
No, no, but he didn't come out
Hold
like,
on, hold
hey,
on.
I'm black.
He did say in an interview with him and James France, with James whatever sitting there, it's gonna be the first time two African American coaches have been in this position. Okay, he can't. I mean, whether you like it or not, you and
I'm
I
sorry.
are
Hey, hey.
blackity black, and when he go home, he sees a Korean mama and a black husband. So I mean, guess
But
what?
I was just going to say that he might not claim black because he part Korean. He don't want to
Exactly. I mean,
disrespect his Korean side.
yeah, y'all want this man just to say, "Hey, mama, I ain't got nothing to do with Korea." Oh,
No, didn't say that.
no, it's
Didn't
a
say that.
balance. It's a balance.
But
He
it
said
didn't sound like it didn't sound like he was too enthused though.
because that was the
Shit,
no. Now
did
you're trying
Tiger
to
Woods sound
enthusiasm.
enthused?
No, Tiger said
Tiger
he
Woods
was.
did. I say,
Yeah,
shit, I'm just me. I'm just
he
me.
he he jumped down and said he was high, right? So I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah.
know that we're trying to push that we're gonna be
Yeah,
happy for
you're.
him, but it don't seem like he that happy about it.
He is. If he publicly came out and said it in the interview I saw, he was kind of excited about it. But you can't expect him. We always try to hold people to our standard. I have no problem. Hey, I'm African American. Guess what? I'm African American. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's just like sometimes we'll say, "Yeah, he don't claim his blackness," and it turns out he got raised by his white mama his whole life, and then y'all like, "Well, he don't claim his black side." The Negro
Well,
life.
hey,
Hey man.
I ain't gonna tell y'all what I am because we on the podcast. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I am.
Okay. You ain't gotta say it. I think I know.
Exactly.
but yeah, so it's gonna be exciting though to see this game. I'm still going for Ohio State
Don't
though.
question that
I'm
man
picking Ohio State.
blackness.
All right, guys.
That
What
is
else we
part.
need to talk
That
about?
is one of the problems right there. We question them. Just take them as they come. We start questioning them. Now
I
we
mean,
got one there. You want to
he,
question? Hey, he ain't black enough.
he did.
Don't do
In
that.
my
Don't
opinion,
do it.
he did. In my opinion, he didn't stick his chest out. That's all. So that's fine.
Enough for you.
Hey, I mean, what you wanted to say? What you wanted to say? And we gonna have a little boost at the White House with
You want him to
us.
run, you want him to run like your favorite artist, Tribe?
Hey man. Uh,
You want him to play
hey man.
minstrel?
At least say, hey man, I'm proud to be the black coach.
He
You
said,
know,
"I'm proud to make history as one of
he
two black
yeah.
African American head coaches make this far."
Okay, we'll play it again and listen to it, but
I mean, it's a big accomplishment for him to be at Notre Dame.
To tell the truth.
yeah,
Yeah,
No,
uh,
Ty was there first. I'm sorry.
yeah. Chad
yeah.
Willingham was there
Willingham was
first. Yeah,
there. Willingham was there. You know,
He
I
got a
don't
raw
know.
deal. I think
That
he was a way better. He was a way better head coach. And honestly, it took them 15 to 20 years to replace him to even start
Yeah.
getting back on the natural scene. So
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Well,
Cause he
anything else?
and
recruited
there
there well.
and
He
there and
did.
therein lies the thing that brings up when you say African American coaches. A coach like Ty Willingham,
He would
Denny
have said, "I'm
Green.
proud to be a black coach." But go
Well,
ahead.
let's see, there you go.
He
Uh,
can't help
Denny,
but to say it.
Denny,
Look how dog he is.
Denny,
What he gonna say? He a white man?
Hey man.
Dennis Green, Sylvester Cruz. The problem comes in we get the first shot. Charlie Strong, we get the first shot, but it's hard to get the second shot.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I'm
don't
saying?
recycle us. They don't recycle
Well,
us.
well, let's go back to what Brown said. Just create your own like Notre Dame do, and then you ain't got to worry about it. Then you got to start begging for this stuff. But
Yeah.
I digress.
You gotta
Hey, but
have
look,
that means you gotta
look.
have every mega Baptist church in this country sending you money. And if
Hey,
you get that
I
type of
think
right?
money, you can do that.
hey,
411.
good.
I
Hey,
believe.
Corey, you might. Hey, Corey, you on to something there, man. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Somebody had something to say there.
yeah. 411. You got to look at
Yes,
this
sir.
now. The the landscape of college football gonna have to change. Do you not
Yeah,
know that next year you will have 17 African American quarterbacks? You will
very
have
good.
17. That they will be the majority because you have
Wow.
Shador and Cam Ward. It was 15 this year. It'll be 17 next year.
Yeah,
So you want to get these outstanding black quarterbacks, you got to hire somebody who look like them. See what I'm saying?
yeah, 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 yeah. And I'll tell you, that's good stuff, man. Oh, hey guys, what about Carson Beck going to the U? What are y'all thoughts on that?
He knew he wasn't getting $4 million going to the NFL. I would have
Yeah,
did the same thing. Give me one more paycheck.
yeah.
What else? What else?
Yeah.
What is the this?
But the thing about it is, Carl, he should have stayed at Georgia. You gonna go to the U where you got to learn a whole brand new system. That boy was chasing. That boy was
He wasn't
chasing that
getting four
thing.
million. He wasn't
He
getting
was
four
chasing
million.
that thing, Carl.
Yeah,
His
that girl right there.
girlfriend go there.
yeah,
It-
that's the thing. Yeah, that's another
Oh,
thing. His girlfriend is in Miami.
yeah,
oh,
that's what he
wow.
doing.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, you ain't know that?
No,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he doing.
Their
and
His
he
girlfriend is
getting
in
girlfriend.
Miami.
paid.
Yeah, his girlfriend play on the basketball team.
Basketball, one of them.
It's basketball. It look like a basketball uniform to me.
Yeah, it's basketball. It's basketball.
Oh,
All right, so
shit.
Carson Beck to the U, guys. Does this help Miami?
No.
Somewhat. Somewhat.
How?
Because you got to think.
You need a
Look, Coy.
quarterback?
Look. I'm finna scold you, Coy. I'm finna scold you. He got Mike Bobo. Why would he stay in
Mm.
Georgia?
That's why he left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's why he. That was one of those.
That's
You know, you
Mike.
always have the stuff that comes out and stuff that can be said in public, and then the truth is they weren't going to get, you know what I'm saying, they weren't going to get rid of Bobo. And
Yeah.
I don't know what Mike Bobo has on somebody at the University of Georgia, but that Joker is an absolute. He keeps a job at Georgia, and he is horrible at it. Every
He
time he
play.
comes back,
Didn't
he's
he play with
horrible,
Kirby?
and he
Didn't he
keeps.
play with? Didn't he play? Didn't he play with Kirby?
Yeah, he played. Hey man, I don't give a thing. So
Well, I know you
that
don't give a
man is
damn,
horrible.
but
You.
look, look, dog. If me and Cole on the coach staff, you think I'm a fire Corey? That's my goddamn boy.
I won't
All I'm gonna
Mm.
fire
do,
him, but get what?
all
But I
I,
won't.
I move
I
him
wouldn't
around.
fire
I
him.
move him around.
No, I wouldn't say I wouldn't fire him. But when it comes down to when you start when them same folk, when your boss come to you and say, "Hey, you ain't getting it done.
Okay,
Why are we not
he's
getting these
gonna
plays
be
called?"
he's
They
gonna
go,
be the
hey,
tight end. He's gonna be the tight end coach, and I'm
see,
gonna get somebody else. They're not
see,
gonna fire him, dog.
they need to though. That's the
let me
problem.
tell you. Okay.
I ain't saying it wasn't.
All right.
I ain't saying
First of
it
all,
didn't need to fire.
here's the history behind Mike Bobo. He's from Thomas County High School, Thomasville, right? He came in. His dad was the coach that because Bobo was actually the coach when Charlie Ward was there. Did y'all know that? Hmm?
No,
Wait,
that was
Thomasville?
Rick. That was Rick.
Oh,
That
Rick.
was
No, no,
Rick.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
High
I don't
school
know nothing about
coach.
Thomasville. I don't know
High
nothing about
school
Thomasville.
coach. High school coach was Bobo was whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
well, all right. He came a year after I did. So his senior year, he whatever, he signed with Georgia, and for some odd reason, his dad and mom moved to Afton. Y'all
Hmm.
figure it out, okay?
All right.
So his dad had a job at UGA, and then he was
That's
on the
coincidence.
football team. He was a head coach for a little bit. Blah. I mean, he was quarterback for a little bit. Blah blah blah. And then he was one of Rick's quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Rick
Yeah,
brought him in on the staff.
He
Fast
left.
forward, he worked his way
He,
all the way up. Left, came
no, he
back.
left. He left. Yeah, he
Yeah.
left. Went to Colorado State, and then he came back. He got fired out there.
Mm-hmm.
But see what you got to understand too is he was not the offensive coordinator. Todd Monken was. He was the quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm. That was last
Now
year.
he got now he got the title back. He had been the OC one time
It
when he
ain't
left
no.
when he left to go to Colorado State.
yeah. When he left, you're right. He was offensive. He calling them horrible ass plays then, and they got rid of him. And then when he came back, like you said, he was up on the monkey. And monkey, that's what I'm saying. Monkey was man. He was the reason that Georgia did as well as they did because he is a heck of an offensive play caller. I like him.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
hey,
He is a
he
great offensive play caller. And
look
so
at look at what Derrick Henry did, and look at Lamar. Lamar almost threw. I know he threw over 4,000. Oh, he's a dynamic play caller.
yeah, and then that's the thing. Bobo basically last year. Basically, I mean the defense but he had a good enough team last year to that Georgia should have won the national championship. And
Bobo wasn't the offensive coordinator last year.
yes, he was.
This time, Michael first year at Baltimore, bro. Is it or is it the second year? Maybe it's second year.
Monkey.
Yeah, I think this month is second year.
Yeah.
Somebody look it up.
Well, all right. We'll look it up. Red Zone, would you like this move for Miami? I think Red Zone here.
He don't want to speak on. He left. He left when you wanted to come in.
Oh no, he got. Oh, he had something to.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing,
No,
dog.
no, he probably had something he got to finish out.
Let me explain something to you. It was a $4 million payday. He was not going to get $4 million in Georgia.
Yeah,
He
I
come
hate the
back.
way it is.
he bit from 2023. So after
Hey,
Georgia won them two national
can y'all hear me
championships,
now?
he
Oh
went
yeah,
Yeah, we
now I
hear
can
you.
hear
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
Red
yeah,
Zone.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened with the app, man. It just went silent on me. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, with Carson
I
Beck.
thought you
I
had some
mean,
things to handle right quick. But go
oh
ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
Nah,
Damn,
y'all
damn,
funny.
he had to finish up,
He
didn't
got another meeting. He had another meeting. There he go.
Y'all funny. Oh, no, with Carson, man. I mean, he did what he had to do. Like I was saying, when they were saying that he was declaring for the NFL, and I'm like, that's a bad idea. For him, he
Yeah,
needed
you did say that.
more seasoning. You know, and
he?
that
Yeah,
that that turned out to be. He thought about it. He talked to his advisors, and they told him he needed to go on ahead and stay.
yeah,
You know.
because he
Yeah,
at first
yeah,
said he was going to NFL, and
Yeah,
then
right.
yeah. When
then
Hey,
you got to
what's
look at this. You got to look at this here. Carson Beck was considered the number one quarterback coming into the season, and he had fell off
hmm
the board. He better bring his ass back to college. And now,
what's
and now they trying to push the boy Eller, the boy from Penn State. Talking about he should be the number one draft pick next year. How?
let me ask
What?
you let me ask you a
Yeah,
question, Brown or Pookie or
yeah.
TJ or any one of y'all. What is the cap for rookie salary? Say number one pick quarterback, top 10. What is it?
About
What is it?
36, 36 million.
Over what, 3 years?
Yeah, four.
Oh, so 8 million, right?
Well, is it? It,
What
it
is
may be over five. It may be over five because you know they usually after the third year they usually give them an extension if they doing good. You know what I'm saying?
it? Yeah.
Because Tua just got his money this year. Tua didn't play on no franchise tag, and this is his fifth year.
Hmm. No,
Yeah,
that's
he didn't
Wow.
correct.
play. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't play on no franchise tag. Same with your boy from Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. They gave him a
Yeah.
extension before it was time.
So you were gonna
But
say, so
but
we'll say about
but
$7 million, right? Give or take,
Well,
right?
you talking
no.
about like minimum or because the
Oh,
minimum is like the
their
minimum like
contract.
795.
No, well, it's sliding
No,
now. The
no.
way the way
What
the,
I'm
the way it
saying
works
is,
now, there's a cap on the rookie cap. There's slided. The money goes up a certain percentage.
yes,
Right.
yeah.
So
The money go up every year. But what I'm saying is, the number one pick in the draft can't make no more than $36 million over them 5 years.
exactly. Right. So it's like I said, about $6, $7 million, right?
Yeah, right. Five. Yeah, seven, not seven, not seven. Yeah,
So Carson Beck declares for the draft, and at
and get
best
four of them.
he's no. At best he's a second to he's more like a third
No, I'm talking
round
about the
pick
money. He get four M's. He get
if
four
he
M's
stay
going to Miami.
right, and then he's probably a third round pick. Agree? Do you think he'll make the second round?
No.
According to his
No,
play next
no.
year. According
I'm
to his
talking about
play.
this. I'm talking about
Oh,
this
not
year.
not this year. No, he won't even get. They said fifth
He might
round.
get
Fifth
So
round,
that mean
exactly.
so that mean he ain't even guaranteed the country. He ain't got no guaranteed money.
Okay,
well
so
he might
or
get
I
700K.
or well, the rookie minimum is I think it is.
795.
I think it's that now. So
Yeah.
either go somewhere for a year and make $4 million, or
Or
try
make
to get
seven ninety
seven.
five.
Yeah, and we don't know how he's going to bounce back from his injuries.
Right.
Yeah, because he had the UCL injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that injury is very. If they don't do that surgery right to repair that tendon, I mean, sheesh, man, that could set him back. So hopefully,
That's
yeah, he comes
that's just
back.
I'm
that's
just
just
saying we're
like
going.
Tommy John. That's Tommy John surgery, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
but I'm breaking
Yeah,
down to
okay.
like this. Am I going to spend
Basically,
six
yeah, that's
million
what it
dollars
is.
on
Tommy John
a
said.
quarterback with a broken arm?
No.
no,
He got
no,
a he got
There,
a he got a broken cheek, Wayne. He got a broken cheek, Wayne, and I'm gonna give $7 million.
yeah. I mean, if you look at it, most pro
Right.
programs would have looked at Beck and they would have looked at him like Brock Purdy and say, you know what, we can try to get him, let him fall as far as possible, and we could take a chance on him sixth, seventh round, if
Right.
not
Yeah.
UDFA.
Yeah.
That's how they look at stuff like that. His
Yeah.
numbers don't equate to being in the first, what I mean, first one through the
Man,
first 5 rounds.
wait,
Caleb,
he would have been
Caleb
he would have
Williams.
been he would have been the first draft pick in the UFL, but not the
Well,
NFL.
yeah, I
Caleb.
get it.
Hey.
So, hey, look, hey, fellas. Look, these are the numbers. So Caleb Williams, number one, his total contract is worth $39.5 million. Jaden
Something like
Daniels
that.
was
Yeah.
two. Jaden Daniels was two. He's 37.7. Drake May, 36.6. Marvin Harrison, he was four, 35.4. Joe Alt, I guess he's like a lineman. He went to the
Yeah.
Chargers, 33.2. Malik Neighbors, 29.2. And so like you say, what I'm saying, each
Got a
one
slot.
is
They got a
slotted a
slot.
little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
slotted a little bit less. And so, but that's okay. So his 39, so that's basically 5 years that they get to keep Caleb Williams because you got the 4 years, and then the fifth year, the team has the option to pick you up,
Hmm.
which will be like right there at the end. So basically, they're getting him for what is it, $8
About
million?
about yeah, right in there. Seven between seven and
And
eight.
see
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that and see that, and that what Miami was gonna do with Tua. They wasn't finna get the fifth year option.
Yeah.
See what I'm
And so
saying?
and then that's what you do. You let guys go like that. But see that okay, but then you look at it. Okay, so $8 million, like Jaden Daniels for the next 5 years, they got a almost, I won't say Pro Bowl, but they got a top tier starting quarterback for
Mm-mm-mm.
right
This the
about.
next. You don't. If you got your quarterback and you know you got him,
No, I'm
you
just
don't.
yeah, you
Yeah.
pay him. I'm not saying that, but contractually they don't. They're not paying him more than
They
eight
ain't
million
gotta
dollars.
get. They ain't gotta get
Yeah,
there.
they,
They ain't
they
gotta
they
get to.
can't they can't yeah, they can't give him anything until after year three. That's how the
Yeah,
NFL works on the rookies. They
yeah.
don't
So
they don't want you double dipping on them and locking them up. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Too early. So year three is the money year for Jay and Daniels.
And
So
so he
Yeah,
he
get,
but
gets a
they.
but
start.
but
But
then again, I mean,
but
but you still look at it. You got a starting quarterback for, I
yeah,
mean, for
for
basically
the
nothing.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
for the Chiefs.
I mean, because a good quarterback, what I'm saying, like you start talking, year by year, you start talking like they want to give Baker Mayfield like $30 million.
Hmm.
But the thing about it is, you got to also remember this here: the team that drafted you got the first shot to sign you. They can franchise tag you. They can franchise tag you twice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Then after they franchise you twice, they can put a transitional tag on you where whoever traded for you got to give up a first round pick.
Yeah, and that's cool, but the way the NFL work with the franchise tag, all that money hit the cap in that physical year. So it don't it is not it's not
I think we lost. They lost me.
No, I
no,
hear
I'm
you,
still
brother.
here.
Okay.
We lost Philly. I mean, yeah, the
Yeah.
money hits on the cap right then. But the thing about it is, with the franchise tag,
You don't want
if
to keep doing that though, man. You don't
no,
want to keep.
you don't want to keep
Yeah,
doing it. But
because you put
usually the
your
franchise
franchise
tag
tag,
gives
you got to pay them in the top five. So
right,
whatever the top five making, that's what you make for that 1 year.
but you don't get that upfront money. So they go the drawback. It's both sides pay,
Now
but
the thing about it is you like you said you ain't got no guaranteed money, and you get
that's what I'm talking
injured,
about.
you
That
just
upfront
injured.
money,
Yeah,
right? And then that's why the players don't like it, and
yeah,
the teams, and basically. The franchise tag means my numbers and your numbers are not close enough for me to give you what you want. That's
yeah.
usually
So
what happens.
I made the top five pay in the league.
or
My,
or 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 you're running back that's 24 and you about and I don't want to give you a 3 4 year deal so you can go to that running back dead age.
yeah, yeah. You're
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
but then
I'm gonna say, you know what? That's about the worst position to play in football
hey,
right
can y'all
there.
hear me now?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, we
you
got
back
you.
yeah,
now.
yeah, we got
Oh my god, I don't know this earpiece, man. I gotta graduate to another one. But what I was just saying, man, the way to if they let's say franchise tag, you know what I mean, a quarterback, that all that money goes to that physical cap year, you know what I mean, in
Yeah.
1 year
Hmm.
versus where they can spread it out. That's why a lot of teams, when y'all brought up Tua,
Gotcha.
When you brought up Tua, okay,
yeah. He went out again.
maybe he's in a tough zone there, out there in
Yeah, but
Texas.
yeah,
can y'all
but
hear me?
like you, not,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
we
Yeah.
got.
Go, go.
All right.
We got you, Philly. Let it fly.
Yeah, but I was just saying the price tag would go up every year that you prolong, what I mean, signing a quarterback. So that's why everybody wanted to get their quarterback signed. You seen what happened with Dallas. They have to pay Dak 60 million. He's not worth 60 million a year. You know what I'm saying? But they prolonged it and pushed it off and pushed it off,
Hmm.
and the price tag will just keep on going up because it's all about those slots. So that's pretty much it.
But I mean,
Yeah.
they had to pay that money because got to remember that was a fourth round draft pick. He outperformed his
Yeah,
contract, so that's the reason why they gave him the 150. If you notice, Dak has never signed a 5 year deal, never.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you a fourth round pick, you can't get them with a 4 year deal. Then he came back and
Yep.
signed another 4 year deal. Then he came back and signed another 4 year deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, so it don't look impressive because really it is impressive because he still may get another contract.
Yeah.
You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because okay, he
With who?
he it don't matter with who. It ain't got to be with the Cowboys.
He,
Shit,
he,
somebody gonna give him some money.
he's a good enough quarterback for you. I mean, like he
I
he's a
mean,
starting NFL quarterback, whether you like him or
yeah,
not. You
Let me,
know
let
what
me,
I'm
let
saying?
me.
his
This is it's
his,
simple as
his,
this.
his next deal he won't make no $60 million. Come
No,
on,
Here's here's
he'll be on the tail end of his career.
when this is how I always look at
Gotcha.
stuff.
Gotcha.
You find 15 quarterbacks that you will start before him.
how many?
15,
Yeah.
15 in NFL right now
Are, are there 15 that are in front of him?
that you will start before him. Yes,
Probably so.
I,
probably.
I would. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay, well that's
I
your
mean, you could.
NFL's conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, but see, we're factoring. What all are we factoring in? Are we factoring in also his age, or just what he does on the field?
Just what he does on the field, and we're not going to talk pro football. That was just because we don't because I don't do pro. That's for Brown,
Red
Adrian,
zone.
uh, Red
Hey
Zone.
man,
We
it's
Red
just
y'all
zone.
create
hey
y'all create
hey
y'all create the
you
podcast.
you might as well hey you might as well because hell that's how you doing in college. This boys pros.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's just the best of
Yeah.
the best. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It
ain't.
turned it into. It definitely turned into pro football. Well, to a degree now.
Yeah.
No,
what you think they gonna have to pay?
college football is still the plantation. They just got Harriet Tubman.
Man,
Harriet Tubman just hit
man,
that much. It's called NIL. That's all it is. Harriet.
Coy, Coy, oh,
For
Coy,
those, for those, not a
all
whole
that
nother
over with.
episode, man.
I'm
We,
just
we,
saying,
we, we,
look, bro, all that over with. When that boy Bryce Underwood got $10 million, $12 million.
Mm-mm.
mm,
So what you think Jeremiah Smith gonna get next year? Because you know your NIL deal, you get evaluated every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Hey,
it's
look.
a year to year thing.
Hey,
It's a year to year thing.
look at Arch Manning. What he'd have made like $6 million and started about 6 games. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
In
Yeah.
2 years, he was all of this hype, and then in them 2 years as he's been at Texas, he's basically started about 6 games. And
Sir,
if viewers and if
hold on,
viewers comes back,
hold on,
he'll
hold on.
still be behind him.
No,
Nah, they don't want him back no more, bro.
Yeah. Man,
and
man,
let's be honest. If Archie Manning grandfather and uncles was not Peyton or Archie Manning or Cooper, his daddy,
True.
he would be at somewhere else, and he'll be getting ready for the pros to be out of there right now. Understand that. The only reason he's still at Texas is because the people that manage him wants him to sit there and develop.
Well, that's
He don't. He ain't got no reason to go.
Right.
He
And
ain't
then
got
on
no
top
reason.
and then on top of that, the times, yes, he's a young quarterback, but the time that he's been on the field, all of us will agree that I don't know why we still got Urish. I would just run with the kid. Right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Hey,
He's
hey,
doing his
hey,
part. Now, can
hey,
he
but
do
look
it
here.
full time? We don't know.
Hey man,
But look,
look. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell y'all this because I'm an Auburn guy, and a few years back we had when we had T.J. Finley, it was kind of the same thing. He went out there
Oh
and
man, he
on
on
one or two
27.
games, and he subbed in like 1 or 2 games. He was like, man, why is Finley not playing? And that year that Joker started, I think we won like 4 games. It's
Yep.
certain
he's
things,
been
and it's certain
now
times, and
he on
certain
his fifth
things with
school.
certain guys when they don't have the pressure of having to be the man. Hey, I'm just filling in. All I got to do is go out here and play, and you don't have that pressure of not having to your team, necessarily needing you to succeed. Then you're gonna play a little different. Now, my only thing is, and you can say that, Coy, but why is it if you come through Archie Manning being your granddaddy and Peyton and Eli and all this stuff, and you know what I'm saying, all of this, how come that ain't translated to nothing on the field?
Cause,
If you
cause
see
he,
him
cause, cause,
play,
cause they know he ain't earned for no money. They know he ain't earned for no money.
I lost you right there. You said because they know he ain't what?
He's not worried about no money. He don't need money. He don't got
let me
money.
say it.
No, I'm
Also,
talking about just playing.
let me say this. Let me say this. One,
Bro, even if you sit behind somebody, you gain the experience.
Yes.
and what does it happen when he does step on the field?
He gonna be ready.
What does he does when right now? The time they
He
call upon
ready
him to
now.
yes. And on top of that,
Okay.
we're gonna go off of this. All I know about Archie Manning Senior, right? The daddy, right? He had three
Yeah, go
boys.
ahead.
One didn't go to the league. Why? Because he had an illness, right?
Yeah.
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 At some point, he don't figure some shit out or how to turn a kid to a professional quarterback. He done it 2 out of 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one picks.
All right,
Both.
and on top of that, you don't hear about the mother grandkids or whatever he got because they ain't the only grandkid. He ain't the only grandkid,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he know which
I
ones.
think I think Payne got a boy and then Eli got girls.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying he knows which ones to put out there because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there's a Peyton or whatever one of the weird ass names they give him, Eli or Coop or Gunner, whatever the fuck it. I'm sorry, whatever
Yeah,
it
he
is out
probably
there.
the
We don't.
name will be Gunner. He'll be
Yeah,
Gunner man.
yeah. I'm sure he's studying to be an accountant right now. We just don't know about him because I just said nope, that ain't him. You know what I'm saying?
Let me throw this at y'all. Shador Sanders had to go pro because he had spent all his damn NIL money. Goddamn,
Hey man,
he bought John Cena $200,000 payback,
yeah.
and he gave up about 14 sacks last year. Shit,
All right. Well, look. You just brought up something, and we need to go ahead and talk about it. You
Yeah, let's
brought up
talk about it.
something that you want to talk about it
God,
at the end.
damn right I want
So,
to talk about it.
all right. So go ahead and set the table for us, Brown.
And I missed
Just
mine
saying,
last
man.
week.
Dion said, then put the banana in the tailpipe.
If my
You know what I'm
son,
saying?
Where we
He
at with
trying
this,
to,
Brown?
man, he just throwing that out there to get Shador to a certain place, bro. He throwing that out there because why would you go after them players so hard if you want to? I want to go coach my son. But the other week you said it's time for him to be up on a new voice. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he trying to get him to the
And,
Raiders.
and, and well, and then you got to understand this too.
To where?
To the to
Dion
the
to the
Raiders.
right. Yeah, but then Dion got an
why?
extension on the table. Yeah,
Uh,
Dion got an extension on the table. He trying to use that as a bargaining chip for
Oh
Colorado
yeah,
to put more
yeah,
money in it.
and why would you try to? And you try to get to the Raiders? Pierce might be fired.
He
Oh,
ain't
He
he is.
Pierce
already
is
fired.
already
He
fired.
is.
He
He
already
already
fired.
is.
Oh, damn.
He
Yeah,
already fired.
he gone and the GM gone.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. So but they
I think,
looking at the Lions offense and coordinator Ben Johnson.
bro.
Right. They interviewed him.
I'm telling you, the only way Dion go to that job is Dion gonna be the general manager. He got to be the general manager and the coach.
Yeah,
Reason
that
why I
ain't
say
happening.
you know that ain't happening. The reason why I say that is okay, okay, you get Shador over there and they fire Dion. Now you got this from a son, right? You don't
Yeah,
fire my
That's
dad. I
one.
don't want to be here.
That's one. That's two. Your son don't make the moves that he needs to make as far as progression.
Yeah, he can only just play for you. That sound
mm.
weak as hell anyway.
No, it is. It is. It is.
Uh,
That's,
but
and
yeah, I was
then,
gonna say if
but
he
then, but
oh, go
but
ahead.
then
Yeah,
that's a way to get shallow in there. Watch it now.
that's the
Watch
move.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah,
that's the move is to try to make
yeah,
sure he get in there because Shador gonna get drafted. Now,
yeah.
whatever, however he pan out is one thing, but he's definitely getting drafted. Shiloh's the one that
So we
I
call
don't
we
think we're
call
hearing
we
him
call
on any draft
Shiloh.
boards.
We talking about
No, he's
Shiloh
gonna be
Shiloh,
a
further back.
UDFA right now, based off of the draft boards
Are we
and the
calling
mock
Shiloh?
drafts.
Are we calling Shiloh affirmative action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
token.
You call him Bronny,
Yeah,
you call him
Ne-
Bronny
yeah.
James. You
He
can call
he a
him
token.
Bronny
nephew
James
too.
if you
He a
want.
token Negro. He a token Negro like hell. Hell yeah.
He too
Or you
Well,
can
little.
hey,
call him, or you can
He
call
hey,
him
too
Bronny
little.
James,
hey.
right?
What
You can
was
call him
Yeah,
Bronny
right.
James.
what was Blake Griffin brother name?
Oh,
Sam Griffin.
Exactly. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
or
Right,
and
right.
Exactly.
James, or Antoine. Don't forget
Yeah,
Bronny James. You know
Or
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
or
Bron.
or
Yeah.
all the
oh my
Anna the
God.
Kimpos, all the three brothers, Anna the Kimpo,
Oh,
Anna,
yeah.
yeah,
The NASA saying,
the national
Giannis.
hype man.
yeah. He
Yeah,
keep both of them a job.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know
So
what?
yeah,
There's with something like that. But even with the NASA's, and then, like I said, me and Mr. 411 had these conversations. You know what I'm saying? At
yeah,
least,
yeah.
at least with the NASA's, he, you know what I'm
He can
saying?
play.
He earned his way on whether like whether
Yeah.
Shit.
now listen.
Hey,
No, he
hell
did. He
no.
did.
Yes,
He
he
got
Hell
did.
drafted
no.
before
Yes,
Giannis.
he
He
did.
was
Yes, he
Hell
did.
drafted.
no.
Yes, he
He was
was.
Hell
drafted, bro.
no.
Yes, he did. Y'all go back
I,
and look at it.
I,
Go look.
I don't
He
He
give a
was
damn what you
drafted,
got. I
but he
don't
and
worked
he
his
care.
played in
way.
the he played in
Yeah,
the
he
G League without Giannis. He
yeah
played in the
without
G
yeah.
League and
So
then
he
got picked up and got picked up from the
Bro,
G League.
bro.
no listen.
The
Hold on.
Nasty,
Let me
the
finish.
Nasty don't
Let
need
me
to be in
finish.
there.
Let me
All right,
finish.
quick.
He did enough. He did enough on his own to work through it and to get there. Now his brother has helped keep him there.
Yeah, kept. Yeah.
Now his brother got him there.
No, because his brother wasn't even that good when he
Man,
got drafted.
Shit. Yeah.
Giannis was not the Giannis that we look at him as. He was Giannis was Giannis had to
he
walk
just
out the
couldn't
stands when he
shoot.
got drafted.
Yeah.
He could just, hey,
When Giannis got
bro.
drafted, he walked out of the state out from the stands and
I
came
don't,
down.
I
He
don't give
was
a damn. He
not
walked out the
Giannis.
outhouse,
He
bro.
wasn't.
He,
Go look
he
at
was a
Giannis. He
bull.
wasn't even the Giannis
He
that
was
you see.
he
He was
was a
not.
bull in the he was a bull in the channel shop. He get your ass
Giannis was.
down low. He always been able to do that. But he just learned how to
Oh, I
shoot.
don't know about
He
that.
just learned
I
how
don't
to
know about that.
shoot.
But
He
anyway,
was
we'll come
wait,
back to that because
yeah, I was gonna say
Giannis wasn't even looked at like that.
He
yeah,
made
When he
himself
came
into
out.
that.
and
He
I
made
mean yeah,
himself. He
Right,
got
he wasn't.
drafted
and
What
he
we're
twice.
made
saying is,
himself, and that's
yeah,
what I
what we're
was
saying is he wasn't in a
Hold
position.
up, hold up.
He
that's
wasn't
what
in
I
a
said.
LeBron James
That's what I
position coming
Time,
in.
time out, time, time out, time out. After next week, college football is over, right?
yes.
I
Maybe.
suggest,
Next Monday.
I suggest once a week or once every other week that y'all come in here on Sundays, and I will actually participate sometimes, most of the time,
What, Corey?
and
Oh
have
my
these
goodness.
debates.
All right,
That sounds
but
good to you,
okay,
Brown?
sounds good. But let
And
Brian, who was
we're
saying
gonna call
something?
it WTF Sports.
Hey man, I was
Hey,
saying,
what we?
I was
Yeah,
this is what
go
I
ahead,
was
Brian.
saying. This is what I was saying. Y'all act like Giannis got picked 55th. Giannis got
No.
picked in the lottery 12th.
15. He was 15.
He was he
Yes.
15?
Yeah.
Hell,
Yes, and he walked out the stands
okay,
to come in, and he was
okay,
he was scraggly, and he was basically kind of like, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
they just
I
drafted
got you.
this guy.
we all
I
know the
got you.
story.
Now,
He
now,
was
now
picked
watch
left.
what I'm gonna
Left
He
say.
was
before
he was
he was picked
14 or
Wa-
left before.
15, something like
Okay, but
Yeah,
watch what I'm gonna say. Okay, what the big white boy from Denver is? He was 48.
Joker.
Yeah, he was
Joker.
drafted during the he
Joker
was
was
drafted during the
48.
commercial break. Yeah, during the commercial break. Yes, sir.
Hey, and them boys work their ass off to do what
Amen.
they doing today.
Yep, I
They
agree.
work their ass out. Cause Joker was a fat mode. He was a fat
Yeah,
mode.
I agree.
But he made
NBA.
but before he was the best player in the NBA, who was Giannis? Yo, Giannis ain't no damn slouch.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. We're not saying that. We were just saying at the time that he came in that he was just
I
like
know.
Giannis.
Hey,
He was not
that just
dominant.
like hey, one
He
thing
was
about this here. Mr. Four one thing about this. If look here, if me and you participating on the team, I'm a
yeah,
senior and you a freshman. You gonna have to work your
yeah,
way up to me and let you just ultra gifted like LeBron
right,
James,
right.
right? So
Yeah.
hell, that's what I'm saying. That Nelson, I ain't saying he can't play, but he can't play in no NBA. He get out there and do all kind of crazy stuff when he get out there.
Well, okay. What I
That,
was saying,
that,
what my thing was, what I said, and I know if it kind of cut out on me, but what I was saying was the Nassas did enough on his own to get himself into the NBA. Whether it was through the, what I'm saying, like he get drafted G League, he worked himself, he did a whole lot of stuff and got himself there. About that same time, and it took him to get those years, is when Giannis went from being small Giannis, little Giannis, into being the guy that he was. And then once he had his, once Giannis attained his status, yes, he has done. He keeps his brother around, and that's what I was trying. That's what I was saying. Is
well,
the
we know
Nassas? It's
that.
the Nassas. I'm just saying, is the Nassas in the league now just because of his talent? No, he's in there because his brother wants to help keep him around. And again, that same thing we got with LeBron and all that other.
Bro, the Nets is not in the league right now.
Huh?
The Nets is just the hype.
No,
The Nets is just the hype man right now.
right. He was in the league for a while.
Yeah, he was, and he's not in there
Yeah,
now.
Hell,
yeah. But I think we were leaning towards just to tie this into Dion, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how
Which
you
is
tying it into Dion?
the whole what do we call
man,
it?
Dion playing tricks, man. He playing tricks.
Yeah.
The
Tricks are
whole
for kids, man.
what do we call that? What do you call that?
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Nepotism. The whole nepotism angle on it. The whole nepotism angle with
It ain't
Dion.
it ain't for
Yeah.
Shador. It ain't for Shador. It's for Shallow.
It's for shallow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's to help. Well, but now, but see, and I guess that's his thing. Maybe it was, and he's doing it. But I mean, like, he's got an older son that never did anything as far as
Oh,
but
being
Buck
Junior.
good at
ain't number.
football.
Buck ain't number 5'7".
Yeah,
Yeah. He on the picture right there. I'm
Now
sorry. Mhm.
one thing I can say about Shallow, that motherfucker knock your jock in the dirt, man.
He too
yeah,
He'll
small.
but
knock your jock in the dirt.
he can
He's
hit.
Well,
Yeah,
too
he.
but he
small.
was,
He's
he
too
was
Hey,
getting his
small for
ass
the
beat
NFL.
too.
As a
No, he's too
safety,
small. He's too small for
yeah,
safety.
and he can't
Yeah,
cover, and he can't cover.
right. And so he can't be a corner. That's his
I
problem.
watch every game.
so he
He
can.
That's
and
But
why.
Tyron.
That's
somehow,
why.
some way, that's what Prime wants him on a roster, and then he can just come
Yeah,
in and maybe have a legal hit or something every now and then. So that
or
could be
just
what it is.
be on. He probably be a hell of a special team player. He'll be a good crash dummy coming down that field.
He's not Tyron Mathis. That's basically what it comes down
He's
to.
not. He's not. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right. Right.
That's
Right. Right.
that's a that's a special type of talent right there. Tyron Matthew.
Yeah,
Shit.
and and
Shallow.
I mean for what
Shot.
it is, I mean, like you say, you we're not. Uh oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know what I'm
You
saying? As
good?
far as like both, playing both sides of it, which he's trying to further his own individual things. Dion is, and he's kind of, what I'm saying, he's got some good props though. He has his son who is a first round NFL quarterback, and he got Travis Hunter who is probably gonna be the damn number one overall pick. And he could, what I'm saying, he's doing what he can to leverage himself all the way
Right.
through it. But the same thing that me and Mr. 41 we done had, this is total. Dion is he is like the world's best used car salesman. He can
Yeah.
sell you, you know what I'm saying? He gonna sell
But
you something.
but
He
but
can sell you something.
what I'm
He can
saying
sell
is
ice. He can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Hell yeah.
But look at this here. Okay, you do all this right for the draft. You make
Yeah,
Colorado think you going to the NFL. Okay, Colorado pay you anything to keep you where you at because you bringing in money.
Yeah.
He's a, he got an extension on the table now.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
It-
then what is that? Okay, it did the same way.
that's
He
a
he's
bargaining
he
tool,
yeah, I mean, but on his part, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? Like
right?
that's a smart thing for you to do. You are using everything that you can around you to
We saying the same
maximize,
thing, bro.
huh?
We
Yeah,
saying the same thing, bro.
he's just
yeah.
maximizing what he
He changed
can
and he changed the
and
story to match whatever he's trying to get to.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what
Guess
he does.
what? Guess what? If he leave, everybody up there in Colorado leave him.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Warren Sapp, all them boys gone.
It's gonna be
And
a,
go
a max
Pat Shermer,
exodus.
all of them. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dion
and
got Warren Sapp. Dion got Warren Sapp to go get his degree. Now
just so
Warren
he can
Sapp,
coach.
if he loved to coach football so bad, he had 20 years to do all that. And now
Hold on. First of all,
so
first
like
of all,
that's the kind of influence that he
let's
has.
not knock Sap.
I
Sap
ain't knocking
actually is
him.
the
I'm calling it what
he's a
it is.
chalk. He's a chalk junkie. He is what he is now.
Yeah, I'm just calling it what
But
like and
but
see.
but but let's be honest. Only Deion Sanders would touch Warren Sapp as far as
Right. Right.
because he's top
Right.
because
He's
he's
toxic.
yeah
He's
yeah
toxic.
Well, he
he's
was
got
wasn't Warren
he's got
Sapp
a
with
lot of baggage to go
Carolina.
with him.
He was with Carolina though, as their D line coach.
No,
No, he never.
no.
No, he's
You
never
might
been
you
no
might be
D
talking about
line coach.
Buckner.
He was just helping them out.
Oh, okay. He was just
He,
helping them out. Okay, okay.
yeah,
I
he
thought he
never
had
had
Okay.
no
something to do
time
with the defense
because
stuff.
because
Yeah.
all the scandals that went on with he was at NFL Network. That's the reason why they got rid of him over there.
Oh,
Sexual
Okay.
Some
harassment.
about
Oh,
sex,
Brown,
he
you
was
sex,
Brown, you
playing
dropping the
spitting
sex
bombs, Brown.
kids.
some
Brown,
about
you dropping them
sexual
bombs.
assault and all that. Remember,
Yeah, you
he
dropping some
got put he,
bombs.
he got put out right for the Super Bowl,
Yeah, yeah,
just like they did Mike Irvin. There. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But Michael
yeah.
Irvin,
But
Michael Irvin had a big lawsuit after that. So
Brown, between me and you, man, we gonna get
Bro,
canceled,
that
man.
one that you right, but that that was the first time Mike Irvin got kicked off in that real network. Now,
Yeah.
remember when they
Yeah, it was,
remember,
but this time
remember
it
when they
wasn't his
caught it with
fault.
the
This time what is fault?
This
but
time it
but
just
the
wasn't his
first
fault.
the first time he got his brother to take the rap about that
Yeah,
crack in the
Yeah,
car.
yeah, he got it.
yeah,
Yeah, but like I said, this time he just did. It wasn't his fault this time.
Nah, it wasn't his fault this time.
yeah.
It
yeah.
wasn't
It
his
wasn't on
fault this
him.
time.
Yeah.
So,
So
guys, y'all think Dion's gonna coach in the pros, or you think he's
No,
Hell
gonna stay in
no.
Colorado?
no,
No.
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 He doesn't. I don't. I'm surprised he. It's like he can fit this NIL generation of college football because of the right in
Yeah,
between mix. Because these
yeah,
kids are still a little bit more looking for a mentor type cat.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can deal with a pro ego because
I mean, you.
it ain't even a pro. It ain't even a pro ego. Pros come there. It's a job. They're
Yep.
they're they're basically hitting the clock. Hey, dude, I don't need all this preachy shit. I need you to tell me where I need to be. I need to tell me
Yep.
what scheme I need to be, and that's
Bro,
what's
I
gonna
got a
happen.
mortgage. Bro, I got a mortgage.
Yep.
yeah,
That what they gonna tell you,
Exactly.
man, bro. I got a mortgage. Get out my
A
face.
mortgage, 5 baby mamas.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hold up, you got 4 mortgages because you got to get mortgage for your mama, your daddy, your auntie. That's
yeah. You done
6.
bought
yeah,
everybody a house.
Damn right.
But I mean,
Yeah.
but like you say, yeah, Dion is again. That's like I said, that's my analogy of him. He's a great salesman of what and he finds what he needs to find for that for a particular situation he can fill a hole in, but he won't be he's not good enough to be an NFL coach. And I think with where he is at, as long he like you say, he understands these kids now. He understands how this NIL works. He was never under the old system to get used to it.
to
He's
start
under,
with,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So he's
Hmm.
under this system and he understands how to work it. And so
I would honestly
he
tell you if
will
he was under the old system, he would be more of a problem.
Yeah,
but
sure
you see,
would.
yeah, but you see, a lot of them didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why Saban got out of it. Saban was like,
Okay.
I can't do this. I can't
So the
do it.
duffel bag
But
system. The
But 4-1.
Oh yeah, whenever.
Hey, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
and then I
4-1.
mean, but not even that, fellas. You remember. I mean, but you remember like LSU, Georgia,
Yep.
Alabama. When those guys had them, they had you. They had you for 4 years, and then guess
Yep.
what they could do? They could decide well where you went. Hey, okay,
Yep.
Right.
I might
Right.
let you out of your scholarship, and guess what? I might not. You might just sit the bench over here. And then if I do let you out your scholarship, hey, you can't go to the ACC or the Big Ten. You can sign
Right.
somewhere else, but you can't go those two.
Oh,
And
you
so,
can't go to the SEC. They ain't gonna let you play in the SEC
yeah,
Right.
unless you go through the junior college rank. They
yeah,
can't do
Right.
that
And
with
now
you go
yeah.
through
that's
the
That's
and
what
college.
that's
happened
time
with
away.
Cam.
yeah, well,
And then that's
yeah,
Yeah,
time
that was
away.
you're right.
Cam. That was Cam did.
Yeah, you're right. They
That was
couldn't.
Cam did.
They couldn't recycle. But see, again with that, okay, if well, hell, what if Michigan was talking to you? Guess what? I might be like, nah, you're just gonna sit over here on my bench. You can get your 4 years worth of schooling, but you're gonna stay here. I ain't gonna let you go nowhere else. I don't have to.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? And that's
that
what I'm saying. That's what changed for Saban because he couldn't hoard guys like that anymore. And that's what again, I mean, and just like I said,
Yeah, you're right.
To hop back over with
hey,
Dion, he never had to deal with that. He has always had and he's maximized how to use it. I can go if I can get in here, and you can give me some guys. I can pay these guys to come here. I can pay these guys to do this. I can do that. Now the thing with
hey,
Yeah.
but look,
Colorado is the other selling point with Colorado is he gonna be consistent with it? I doubt it because you ain't gonna get too many niggas just to keep going to Colorado. That's just my 2 cents with that. Um, but I think he would be foolish to do anything other than like he said he got an extension. Hey, get you a lot of guaranteed money and just stay at college. And again, man, they were hopping up and down with joy when they made they just made a bowl.
Yeah. The
And
Alamo.
and and just
but look. This is what you got to understand too. Dion, me and Mr. 4-1, I already said this on the podcast. Dion is not
Yep.
a tactical coach. He's not a tactical coach. He make a lot of mistakes.
yeah,
Yep.
He do. He really do. He
yeah.
don't know when to call the timeouts. What's that? Come
Yep.
on,
Well, guess
bro.
But
what?
That that
but
Hey,
that's
I
all the
have.
spade to spade.
Hey,
And
I,
then
but
you
he
I ain't.
got
ain't.
Hey, Brown, I ain't been on one with you, but me and Mister Ford, we had this discussion way back, even when he was coming into Jackson State.
bro,
That was
Yep.
my
The
bro.
year he
critique of
came in.
him. That was
I'm
my
just saying,
critique of
bro.
him coming in then, because I remember, what I'm saying, we'll go way back. I remember when he had that AMG academy, and he
Right.
came down here to Columbus and played Phoenix City, and they beat that nigga back to Florida. You hear me? They
Oh,
whooped
I already know.
they whooped
I already
his
know about that.
ass. And so,
Yeah,
it was one of those things where that's just not what he is. He's a good leader of men, and like I say, I
bro.
think he can find people in positions to put in some things, but he is not a good tactical coach. He does not
Yeah, we
he
said
does
that. We
not
been
No, no,
know
saying
no.
how
that.
He's
to
not.
coach
He's not.
that
He's
way.
not an X and O's coach.
Yes.
Now,
No. 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 Not
He,
nowhere.
he,
Nowhere near.
Yeah.
he the hype man. He the hype
I'm
man.
not gonna shortchange him on if I had a kid that played the position of corner, right?
Right.
And I put him or DB and I put him with Dion and let Dion teach him that position. Oh, he's one of the best there
Yeah,
is.
he
You
can
can
do
let
that.
Yeah.
Now he can do that.
Look at Travis Hunter.
You look
Yeah,
when
he
you hear him
can.
talk.
He can
Go
do
He's
ahead.
that now.
running.
I
He's
do
in the
not
perfect
disagree with
school.
that. Yeah.
He was at
I
the
do
school
not
of
disagree
Dion.
with that.
He went with the right coach. Travis Hunter followed the right
But
coach.
the
Right.
thing about it is, if my son played there, I want him to go there to get the exposure.
Mhm.
Cause
To
all the
Colorado.
exposure gonna come. Yeah, all the exposure gonna come to him if he pretty good. Cause you're gonna be
Yeah.
on TV every week.
I mean,
You're
If
gonna
he
be
a
on
good
you
TV
posi-
look
every
if he
at
week.
a
you
good
look at
if he a good receiver or DB, yeah, I
but
would.
you look at the
No,
It
boy
don't
from Carrollton.
matter.
You look at
It
that boy
don't
from
matter.
Carrollton. Because you know what I'm saying, the boy from Carrollton that's good, that's going to be the quarterback up there next year. I mean, like this. I mean, then that's a whole nother thing. How the hell you let But Georgia don't want no black quarterback anyway.
We
But
already said that. We
yeah,
already discussed that too.
yeah. But
Yeah, that was
you
like a
I
week
mean
or
he is
two ago.
he this boy has he is I mean like this will probably well at quarterback this will be the most talented guy that he's had at a quarterback position. And so I think like I say I think he'll do the he'll do the right things as far as like him trying to get him some people because
Better give him a line.
yeah, and like you say, a damn offensive
Hey,
coordinator too.
they got a pipeline now. They got a pipeline through IMG.
Well, yeah,
At the
that's true.
line, at the line position, they got a pipeline. They got about
Also,
four of them up there
you
now.
say get off as the coordinator. It ain't the problem with the offense coordinator. He had whites there.
Yeah, got to have somebody block for them.
Exactly. Charlie,
Yeah.
Then the other thing,
he
Well,
has
I mean,
coaches in positions, but you gotta have somebody to block. You can. This is a fledgling program.
it is.
right.
It is.
It used to be a great program back in the 90s.
damn, that 30 years ago. All right, but yeah.
That
40, yeah, 30,
yeah,
40 years.
that's what I just said. In the 90s, Colorado ain't made no damn smoke since 90. What was it, 90? Yeah, 90 when they
90,
well,
early,
yeah, he just died the other
early
day.
90s.
He
Yeah,
just died the other day, McCartney.
Rashawn Salam and Cordell
Yeah.
Stewart.
Hey, go back
Hey,
before that.
Darren
5 years
Hayes.
before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
Darian
Pritchard
Yeah.
and all those
Hankins,
guys.
Stewart,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. When they tied, I think
Bieniemy,
did Georgia
Dion
Tech.
Figures.
basically.
Dion Figures.
But
Dion
when it
Figures, the
when it
quarterback.
yeah, cause when it Georgia Tech in
That was in
Colorado,
90. That was
split.
in
Yeah, they
90.
split.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
split.
They
you know
Yeah.
split.
why? You know why?
Cause
Because
they called it back on the Rocket. They called that play back on the Rocket.
mhm.
Rocket took him to
Oh
the
yeah.
house.
Yeah, Ismail, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
McCartney figured out something. All them kids from LA, you're not too far
LA,
from home, but
he ran
I
him.
can get you out of town.
There
And
you
y'all got to
go.
remember, the '90s in LA for them kids,
Gang banging, gang
Getaway.
it
banging.
was
Yeah,
brutal.
that's a getaway.
Yeah.
Get them out of there. Yep. Put them somewhere where they gonna be all right.
See
Yep.
what Dion selling them boys on. Come on down here to Colorado. We're gonna get you all the money, and ain't nobody gonna be in your business. Ain't nobody been telling Dion for cheating up there. Who? Who gonna tell on
Well,
her?
well,
They done lost for 30 straight years, man.
yeah, yeah. All right. That's Dion talk, y'all. Any closing remarks for today?
Oh, I wanted to
Feel
say
free.
one thing. I, I wanted to say one thing, man. When we was
Yes,
talking
sir.
about leaving, how SEC the boy leaving and can't play in the SEC. If I go to the junior college, I'm gonna go for each state and strength and getting all the money I want to go into junior college where they ain't got no shower head, bro. Think about it. I'm gonna leave
Oh,
you with that.
you talking about the JUCO rule, right? Where
Yeah, you go to
you can play the
JUCO,
extra
man.
years.
Yeah, JUCO ain't nothing, bro.
I got you
Oh,
even.
yeah.
Hey, and everybody's talking about the SEC dominance is over. Mhm. I don't think so.
Boy, they gonna send all them boys down there to Hines and Jones Junior College in Mississippi. Alabama, them kids that can't get in or whatever going on with them. Because I think, bro, I don't know, but I think what if you didn't pass the ACT, you can go to junior college. Man, it's some cats that went to junior college didn't even graduate from high school.
Yeah.
Well, now and actually, they removed a lot of those standardized tests as qualifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, bro, then another thing. Watch this here. Kevin, Calvin Ridley, that joker was
Hmm
20 years old when he enrolled in the Bama. 20. He was 20
Dang.
years old. He
Wow.
didn't even play. He didn't even play his senior year. He played two games. Then his birthday came. In the state of Florida, you can only be 19 years old playing high school ball.
Oh wow, did
Mm,
not know
But
that.
he,
okay.
but he had a lot of stuff going on. He got put in foster care and all that. His mama had lost him.
Right.
Then she got him back. But when he entered the University of Alabama, that joker was 20 years old. You're a freshman, you 20 years old, and these boy right here 17, 18. He's supposed to dominate.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What about you, Philly? You got something to close out with?
The only thing I wanted to say last week, and we didn't touch on it, was basically the foolery with Shador making the cleats to indicate that he was going to the Giants. I think that was kind of a foolish move, but
Yeah, yeah,
that was just one of those things. I'm like, you never count your chickens before they hatch. Although
right.
I know Giants got the third pick, but you they can
You
pass
never
on you
know.
like they pass on other prominent players, and you basically putting a slap in the face on other organizations because now they like, well, he's saying he want to go to this team. Will he show up? Will he be a problem? You know.
He gonna
So
be just
Mm.
like his dad. He gonna
yeah,
be just like his dad.
yeah. So that was my
Wha-
only thing
Oh,
that I wanted to
his
say.
daddy gonna be like Archie Manning.
Yeah.
That's it. All
Bro,
right. Okay.
His
Dion was the first one to do that.
Archie Manning.
Dion told what's called him, don't draft me because if you do, you'll never get me in camp. That's what he wanted to go to Atlanta. He tell a story about it. He wanted to go to
Yeah,
Atlanta. So he
he
told
did.
teams above him not to draft him.
Yeah, because that's the year Barry Sanders went first, right? He went first to Detroit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought Barry Sanders went like third. That was the year Troy Aikman came out, didn't
No,
he?
Troy
Troy
came
Aikman
out
went number
before
one.
him.
Troy
Troy
came
came
out
out
of
after them.
89. Troy came out
Was
of
it 89 or
89.
90? 89 or
89.
90?
89
89.
because we were 1-15.
That's
I know
right.
that.
You're right. Oh,
Yep.
you're right. You the Cowboy man. You the Cowboy fan. You know. You remember their record.
Shit.
They went
Hey.
7-9. I think they went 7-9 the next year, which was 90. But yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. On that, Brown.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
when did Barry get drafted that year? Because I know he had got drafted before Dion.
Dion went
I
fifth.
just
Barry
yeah,
went third. Barry
third.
went
Okay,
third.
third. Okay, that's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, because there were two quarterbacks when they had there was two quarterbacks that went first, and then Barry. Can you remember Derek Thomas was drafted that year too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was
That
a
year.
great
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
that's what I think it was. I think it was Troy and then Derek Thomas. I think it was
or
Troy and then Derek Thomas.
Marinovich.
No,
Remember?
no, hell no. Hell no. He was on them
Yeah,
drugs. He was on them drugs,
yeah.
cuz.
Oh
They
yeah,
That
drafted
that's
wasn't
him.
really
Green Bay.
Maybe they drafted him before the drugs.
the
Since
two top quarterbacks that year was Rodney Pete and Troy Aikman. Now, but
But
Rodney
what I
Pete
will
didn't get
say,
picked seven.
hold on, Brown, Dion was not the first one to do it. Y'all forgetting somebody.
uh-oh, who?
Oh, Elway.
Bingo.
John,
Yeah, Elway.
John Elway.
Elway.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
John
Elway,
Elway.
his dad. His
Yeah,
dad. They remember they threatened him to play
yeah. He was
baseball
going to play
if he had went to
baseball.
the
Yeah, because
Colts.
he was
Damn.
Yeah,
drafted by the Yankees.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. He was gonna play
y'all
baseball.
talk. You talking about him? What about Bo? Bo
Ooh.
told Tampa Bay. Bo.
He
Tampa Bay drafted Bo, and Bo went to play baseball,
Yeah,
sure
that
did.
is.
Yep.
Dang. Yeah.
and they
Yeah, man.
traded him right to the
I
Raiders.
mean, my point being,
Yeah.
the point is the precedent's been set.
It already been
We
set.
get,
Yeah,
I mean, people get mad about it, but guess what? If I have options, I have options. People hate that, but the truth
right,
is truth.
Hey man.
right.
We did it all the time, and we was in our 20s and went to the club.
Yeah.
Mm,
All right.
not
That
tonight though, man.
that
I'm going there.
that.
On that note, Corey,
Hey,
what you got to close out with?
I ain't got nothing.
we
I ain't got
all right.
nothing. I'm waiting to see if Notre Dame will win, just because I hate Ohio State a little bit more because of the coaching situation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're gonna find out in a couple of weeks. Um, matter of fact, Mr. 411, you got
Yes,
Brown
sir.
that you need to reach out to him for your draft episode.
Yes. He's already locked in. He's gonna be in with Philly Red Zone and the
yeah.
calculator and
Oh
all that.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do our NFL
Hey.
draft.
Oh, I need to say one thing. I'm sorry to do this, but Mr. 411,
Yes, sir.
Gentry place is looking kind of shabby, dog. He might go late
Uh
first round.
oh. Yeah,
The
y'all
reason
not
why I
gonna
say
draft him? The Cowboys ain't gonna
no,
pick him?
the reason
Oh
why I'm
boy.
trying to tell you that we need more than just a damn running back.
Yeah.
Well,
We
that's
need
Projecting
more
him.
than a
They
running back.
projecting him 11 through 17.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
like that boy Single, like what you said, that boy Singleton made him some money the other night from Penn
Yeah,
State.
he did.
Oh
He
yeah.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
But I,
You got Junkins for Ohio State, and you got Henderson, right?
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, y'all gonna draft Gentry though. That's my spoiler for the draft
I,
show.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if Love can come out yet or not from Notre Dame. Don't forget about him.
I'm not.
See,
I'm not.
I everybody ain't going for a round. Well, you can get some of these guys in the second and third round.
Yeah.
That's true.
Running back,
Yeah, that's true.
running back, running back been watered down. Just like you said
Yeah.
earlier, them boys ain't getting that money. Only way you gonna get money at a running back position, you'll get it the first 4 years. Other than that,
Right.
you're not valued.
Yeah,
Right.
unless
Right.
you
Especially,
McCaffrey or Saquon.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then another thing too, they look at them carries. How
The
many
Yeah.
carries you had in
miles.
college? The miles
The
on them tires.
miles, they want highway miles. They don't want them. They don't want them city miles. And
Yeah.
Think
Gentry
about it.
has been
That,
them 30, them
yeah.
40, and whether we like it or not, it adds up.
Derrick
It
Henry only
does.
had one. Derrick Henry only had one year that he told you to rock all the time, and that was the year you won the Heisman Trophy. Other than that,
Right.
and he went second round, and he the Heisman Trophy one.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's great, man.
Yeah,
We got some good info there. But we gonna when we get to that draft, we know that I know Gentry will be a high topic,
yeah,
and
he'll be a first.
we'll
He'll be a
see.
first round pick. He'll be a first round
Yeah.
pick. I think.
And
Yeah.
then
I don't
his
know.
40
I
going
don't
his
know if
40
Dallas
gonna
is
come into
taking.
play too. What he running his 40.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You know,
big too.
if he runs a 4.443 bona fide high to mid
Yeah,
round, first round. If he runs a
Well, I mean,
4.5,
no. If he actually,
uh,
if he hits a
you
four, if he
know,
hits a 4.5 as a running back, that's all they need.
he good. He ain't nobody
It's
gonna
gonna be
catch him.
that shuttle. It's gonna be that shuttle, and then all the little other crap they do with the ball, on and
Yeah,
whatever. You don't really need that 4.443. That's
just about a
I'm
four.
saying
4.5. I
4.4
say
already.
4.5 is
Yeah,
pretty much about
yeah,
all you need for a running back.
5.
But
Yeah,
see,
Yeah. That's good enough.
Gentry's size, if he runs a 4.5, it's gonna hurt him because he's 5'9". If you run a 4.5 and you six foot
He's
one,
five.
6'2",
Hold on, he's 5'9" and 200 and what, 15 pounds?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
bowling
small
ball.
back. That's a small back.
That's a
That's a
stump.
small. That's a
That,
small
that
back.
that's them the
That's
ones you don't
small.
want to play. Them the ones you don't want to play again because.
Kyron Williams have the same metrics, and he went in the fourth round.
But that what I was saying. That what I was
So
saying. They can get you in the
I'm
later
just saying,
round,
guys. I mean, I noticed.
but you got to understand. You understand. You got to understand too. You got a lot of hype behind him now. You got a lot of
Uh,
hype.
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
after that when that combine come, all that hype goes away. If you don't have good combine, come on, man, that's gonna go away.
Hey,
They hold that
hey, how many?
combine like the Bible.
Okay, how many times Jerry? How many times you seen Jerry Rice get caught? Tell me.
Oh
Never.
no, no,
And he
Mr.
and he ran
Force.
a four, and he ran a 4.6.
but that's
Yeah.
Jerry Rice. But Jerry
What you
Rice
mean?
wasn't Jerry. Jerry Rice wasn't Jerry Rice starting out.
He was driving the ball, but he wouldn't get caught when he caught the ball. He had a lot of drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Jerry Rice
And then,
always was
hey,
Jerry
and
Rice.
and just to throw this in, and I know we're gonna do our draft show down the line, but Emmitt Smith,
yeah,
hey man, Emmitt
Yeah.
Smith
yeah,
had a great career as a running back. And I don't think he's one of the fastest. Now he got caught, but nonetheless, he still had a great
Remember,
career. And of course, he had help too
man,
on the front,
he had a great line. He had a great line.
yeah.
He had
yeah.
a great line.
But he had to do
Yeah.
something with it because
Yeah.
not everybody
But
ran
see,
good behind that line.
okay, but see, this is what I'm saying. Look at Emmett Smith thighs. Look at
Yeah,
Saquon thighs.
yeah,
As a gentleman built like them boys, low to the ground.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You ain't got a whole bunch to hit now. You
Right,
ain't got a
right,
whole bunch to
right,
hit.
right.
And that's something gonna knee you in the head. You be out for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Hey man, but yeah,
Barry was
hey
like
man,
Barry was like 4'11".
That,
Yeah, that is true.
and
Yeah,
It
and
went
Well,
on.
Bo.
see,
It
man,
went.
it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna
interesting.
be. It's
Yeah,
a lot of bounce. This is gonna be a
But
good
I
yeah.
draft, man. It
yeah,
ain't
but
gonna
I
be a
think
great draft. It's
he's
gonna be a
definitely
good
gonna be
draft.
I think he's definitely gonna be a first round pick. But he's not to me. He's not even the best running back. I like that kid coming out of Kansas that ran all over Colorado.
Ooh,
Now
ooh,
that's the
that joker
guy.
nice.
That's the guy right there. That's the
That
guy to
joker
see.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not forget about that kid out of Tennessee either.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he's
Right.
another one. He's
look,
another one.
Simpson. Simpson.
there's
Yeah.
gonna be there's gonna be help at running back, and but yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely dive into that. We'll dive into
Yeah.
that. But I like JT in Dallas. I like JT in Dallas, and I'm not even a Cowboy fan, but I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
bro.
a
Don't y'all know Tyree Hill was a running back in college? He switched to receiver when he got to NFL.
well.
Go
I'm talking
check.
about when
Oh,
he played. Talking about when he played
he played
at
for
that Alabama school or whatever it was.
Ohio. No,
Yeah. It was.
he was a running back, and at the Cowboys, Oklahoma State, he was a running back.
Okay.
He
Wow.
didn't start playing wide receiver until he got to the league.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
then he
he
gonna
do
be
have a
good
running
for
back build.
and we got
he was number
Scat back.
24 with Oklahoma State. He was number
yeah.
24.
Okay. Yep. Well, man, we gonna do that too, man. We still got this
Yeah,
thing
we
going,
gotta do
man.
that. We
All
gotta
right,
do
man.
that.
Look, man. I feel like I'm just sitting up there, sitting at the local sports bar talking sports with you guys, man. Had a great time,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. It was
So,
great.
all right, appreciate everybody, man, being on, man. We're gonna have to get out of here and do it again next week.
All
We'll
right.
know
No
who the
worries,
champion is.
baby.
Well, when we know who the champion is,
How
everybody.
we gonna do it though? I think it's on a Monday night. Ain't it?
Oh, it is. All right, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Everybody hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and they will be there when we there.
For sure.
All right. All
All
right.
right,
Well, let's
guys.
get it. We'll holla.
Okay.